Hi, everybody. My name is Mojo, and I am the keeper of arcane lore for this adventure.
And I'm Matt, and I'm going to be playing your handy dandy sheriff, Mr. Silas Stone.
Mm.
Huh?
You're usually next.
Oh, am I? And I'm Alistair, and I've got my fancy notebook here.
Love it.
He retired the hat, which has been great.
No, I'll get it somewhere. I forgot where I
Forgot the glasses. And I'm Tex Stallion, and I'm going to be playing Philip Flint, the resident engineer of sorts.
I'm Orpheus, and I'm playing Little Johnny.
Little
The
John.
fan favorite, I think.
Always
Easily.
Orpheus is always a fan forward. So last we had left you, little Johnny's uncle, Larry Croswell, had contacted you that his associate, Mr. Winscott, had contacted him that he had recently inherited a house. And in the bottom of the house, it turns out there was secret tunnels, and Mr. Winscott believed there was to be treasure. After unlocking after breaking the wall to the cave, Mr. Winscott went in by himself to go investigate. And you, all being the nice explorers you are, went in after him. Upon entering, you saw relics of enslaved and captured Native Americans, the Mescalero Apache, who were chained to the walls of the cave. And as you progressed deeper and deeper, you found more and more effigies and carvings that showed images of snakes, but not just any snakes, otherworldly snakes, and they looked to be ancient carvings. And as you went deeper, you transcended down through a hole, and you solved the musical puzzle, and had just opened the door when Silas had been struck in the back of the head by a hoof. Silas, as you are struck to the ground, you come face to face with a decomposing body. But unlike those skeleton remains that you saw up top, this is fresh. And it is, although not recent, you can tell still that it has remnants of flesh on it, like it had been consumed with at least the past couple of months. And it's like you can see pieces of like the jaw is still attached onto the skeleton, and like a chunk of hair coming out of the top, and just still remnants of blood all around this corpse that you have been pushed into. In addition to making a con roll, can you please also make me a sanity roll?
Absolutely. 22 on the con roll.
Perfect.
And then the sanity is a lot higher, but still under 77.
77. So perfect. So you are going to still take a point of sanity damage, but you are successful for both. So you do not throw up. But you do you definitely, as you are thinking about throwing up, as you get pushed, just like almost like you're about to kiss this decomposing skull in front of you, and you throw it up, you definitely gasp and make a muffled sound that alerts the others that you have been hit, essentially. And so all of you turn around and you see two horrific figures that look almost human-like, but then you start to realize that they look strange, and their flesh, although not scaly, is like it's been just never seen the light of day. It's almost translucent and gray with how mottled and snake-like it is. But then as you look down and you see that there are scales on its legs, you notice that it has hoofs, and next to its hoofs, though, are these bedraggled claws as it runs up its arm back to this creature. So the one creature is still looking at Silas, but the other one is a little bit further back. So, give me 1 second.
What are those half goat creatures from? It's the lion.
Satyr?
Yeah, that's it.
It's always a satyr. Just kidding. No, they're called ghasts. But so these dexterity is a 65. Okay, so the first one is going to be Alistair. So what would you like to do first, Alistair?
So I noticed these satyrs.
Yes, you had heard Silas make that fall and make that muffled sound as he's struggling against his own hand, and you turn around and you see these creatures.
Then the first thing I would do is I turn around like, what in the bloody hell are those? And I'd just be like, I kind of be like putting my hands back, just trying to like feel for anybody else that's like by me. And I'm like, do you guys see that? Are my eyes deceiving me? I'm kind of freaking out a little bit, but I'm not really doing anything too drastic besides freaking out.
I don't remember what positions we were in. I assume we were all relatively close. But
Yeah, we're all close-ish.
You were all close to the
Oregon.
yes, thank you. I could not think of the word. You were by the seat that he was seated on. So Alistair was technically the one who was doing the keys.
Mhm.
But you were all close to it.
That's your play.
Oh, then so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna notice these, and then I'm gonna put my hands like, and just kind of freak out a little bit since I'm probably sitting down as this happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then I'd probably I stand up immediately, and then put my hands back, and then basically I would hit the organ again with both my hands, like because I'm freaking out trying to gather myself, and hit those.
So as you hit that, you can hear the piano organ start to go off as it starts to hiss. But nothing happens. It's just you start to begin to hear the mouths open and shrieking.
That means reinforcements.
And so it is quite loud as all of them simultaneously go off. Is there anything else you would like to do, Alistair? I don't think any of that is an action.
Wait, is this combat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Well, unless you can charm your way out of it, go for it.
Try to talk yourself to a zombie. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, go for it.
Does it look like I can talk to it?
I
don't know what its face looks like. Is it a gross face? Is it sexy?
What is it?
Can I hit on
Is
it?
it sexy?
Right. Does it have a charisma score?
Yeah, does it
Hand
have a
hand
score?
signals.
As you see it, the best way I can describe it is it's Predator. You're looking at Predator. But with its beautiful claw, its pincers, and then it has blood
Mandibles.
from eating.
So then, shoot, I don't know what Alistair would probably do besides, if they're, so I'm playing the
I
organ,
know
a
what
door
Silas is
opens up.
doing.
Are they?
It's weird because
they-
Alistair has the same thing, and we're like, go for it.
Yeah, Alistair's not doing shit. Alistair's probably gonna start eating his way the opposite direction those
He's
guys
gonna
are,
Wait.
and whichever way they are, I'm running the opposite way.
Classic.
So you're just running. Are you trying to sneak away, or you just straight up are just running?
Oh, no, I'm just eating. I'm not sneaking.
Well, so basically
Oh,
the
God,
only
help me.
the only
Yeah, good luck.
options was there was the hole you guys climbed down of. So
Uh-huh.
there's nothing that way. So you're just running back through the open doors that you just opened. So I'm going to say that you have ran into the next room. We're going to resolve that later. I think that would be a better time. So
Oh no!
you successfully run away, though. If that's what you want to do.
Oh,
Yeah, let's do it.
terrible. That sounds awful. Okay,
Dies 10 minutes into the video.
we will resolve that later.
And so
Okay.
now it is Silas's turn. You are knocked onto the ground, but you are not knocked prone. So you can get up and still make an action.
I think from his position, he's gonna put the gun into the guy's mouth and try to shoot it.
Perfect. So why don't you give me a roll as I do a dodge roll?
a 5.
Jeez.
Double zeros and a 5. Hard to
Okay.
miss when you put it right in his mouth.
Yeah, right.
So please give me your damage roll now.
Let's see, another D10.
That's probably a super crit, isn't it?
It is an 8 plus 2.
And 8.
10.
So, go ahead.
As he's, go ahead. You describe it, because
Okay. So, as you pull out your, what type of gun did you have? A Colt 1911?
Yeah, Colt. I said Colt 45, but yeah, probably.
Colt
45.
1911 is a 45
Yeah.
up in that point. So, as you pull out your
Oh,
Colt
my God.
1911, you can see the glistening of the nice stamped stainless steel with the wooden handle, and you pull it and right through the head. But as you notice that you hit it and you see this viscera come off of this gray skin, and you know that you hit it, you got it. But it is not dead. And it hits back. But it's just enough that you just instantly see it basically scramble for the unknown little tunnels that are there. So both it and the other one, both of it and the other one go down into a tunnel and are just instantly gone. No chance of you guys following after them. But you notice that when the other one, when the shot went off, it flinched badly. Very scared of this loud noise. And you can still, all of you have, your ears are ringing as you were in this, enclosed room underground. So if all of you, I'm going to say for the next, well, everybody make a luck roll for me, please.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Except for
So just
Alistair.
Standard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, he's probably exempt of it, but.
A 30.
Do,
Brave Alistair.
Ooh. Philip's in the military.
He already has ear damage.
I know. You already got this. This is nothing to him.
Yeah, right. He is. He's like, was it time for lunch or what?
Oh, so
Philip, yeah, Philip got a 25 for a luck roll,
Perfect.
so that was a good one. He's
Did
familiar. with
anybody
the
fail
things.
their luck roll?
I did not.
Not tie.
Okay.
Nice.
So, if you guys would have failed, you guys would have had a horrible bout of tinnitus and would have had disadvantage rolls on any listen rolls. But by the skin of your teeth, and because it's 1940s, you probably all have hearing damage from guns anyways. And so you're all fine.
Even Johnny.
Yeah.
Even Johnny. Johnny probably has more than all the other ones.
Yep.
Is,
Class.
Damn, that's a good soda. Pew pew.
Ooh, everybody just firing away.
All the 21 gun salutes.
Alamogordo is a firing range, so he's probably just used to hearing boom, boom, boom as the 308s are getting fired off in
that's
the
why Silas
distance.
had no fucking quarrels about shooting in this, enclosed space.
Mm-hmm.
A
Just
very
another day.
large gun.
Yeah.
So let me then Alistair. For the three of you still in the organ room chamber, you're all catching your breath as you're horrified by
Oh
the
God, what was
image
that?
you saw.
What the hell was that thing? Did you guys see it?
Oh, I saw it. I don't know what the hell that thing. He's. I think Philip, as soon as he would have heard the commotion before the gunshot, he probably I imagine him right now wearing a big rucksack with just equipment.
Yeah.
So he probably whipped out that e-tool instantly ready to throw down and probably
Like, I
put
had a
his
shovel.
off. He probably one-handed that shit and put his hand in front of Johnny because I think they were standing together.
Yeah.
But man, so now it's the sheathing of the e-tool back in the side of the pack. It's like, man, what in the hell was that?
Silas,
And just firing guns out here. It's just that was one hell of a shot.
I'll do that shit, dude. That thing took a bullet into the mouth, and it lived. What the fuck
Yeah,
is this thing?
There was two. There was two though. Where did they? Johnny, did you see where they went?
I saw that. Where did they go? They fell down, right?
They went down a hole,
Yeah.
It's like Hills Have Eyes. If you've seen Hills Have Eyes, they're just popping in and out. Yeah, terrifying.
It's the worst.
They went down that hole right there. We can chase him. If we want. Got some
Jesus.
rope.
Some of us are grown men, Johnny. We're not down a hole.
I'm not going down that. He looks at his fucking like beard guy. His eyes is like, I don't think I'm gonna fit down there, Johnny. Anybody? Did they take Alistair? I know he would have had enough courage to stay and fight, but I don't see him anywhere.
Oh, God, they took Alistair, and none of us saw him leave.
We fucking instantly whipped around, and he's the one in the back. He's like,
He's through the doors. Wait, hey, there's a figure in those doors. Let's head that way. Follow him.
looks
So
at the figure, grabs E-Tool again.
There
yeah.
might be more of them.
Alistair, can you please give me a Constitution roll?
Yes.
Don't worry, Alistair. I won't let them kill you.
Is it 20?
You stay behind me, Johnny.
Okay.
All right, Johnny.
Johnny's like massive, though. He's probably
I know, yeah. When I,
way bigger than
you imagine it, and I'm like covering his fucking kneecap. He's
I
like,
got 70, so I failed.
So as you sprint, at first your fear is in your adrenaline is so much that it's carrying you through, and then you start realizing that as you're simultaneously going down, there's a bunch of things in your way, and you realize your shins are just hitting stuff as you're sprinting through this tunnel that is starting to get narrower and narrower. And then as you're starting to take a breath and realizing what's going on, the most horrific scent hits your nose. And what you also notice is that it's becoming suffocatingly humid. It is like almost like not only is there things dripping off, but then you realize that it's decaying bodies all around you. And you throw up instantly. So please take also a D4 damage.
Okay.
how violently do we have to throw up in this game to take damage? Like,
Combination of the way I'm imagining it is he's like ran through all of these like skulls and bones that were, and like so his shins are nice and ripped up, and he's like,
I took 4 points of damage for that vomit.
okay, we're not gonna do 4 points. It was probably a 2
Okay,
realistically. So like, so we'll do 2.
you got the
I should have
max
said it.
damage for vomit.
Forget that there's like D2s, 34s. It's not just that. But in addition to that constitution roll from the just most, you've been hungover a lot in your life, Alistair, and you've never thrown up this hard. You have seen things, and this is the just awful sin. As you're laying there retching, you realize the pile you're throwing up on is more dismembered body parts and more guts. And so please make a sanity roll for me.
Heck yeah, brother. Is that another 100?
Yeah.
Yep,
they're all
100.
100.
Mm-hmm.
94.
You failed.
Yeah. So my sanity is 44. Okay, so yeah, I failed.
Give me 1 second to check what this was supposed to be.
You're supposed to be under, like lower is good, and he's like 94.
He's like,
What is
"I'm
that?
fucking
Let
killing
me hold on. Did I fail?
Please, let's just do.
I feel like Alistair's character is so in tune to like the weird, like in anything is just making him more and more insane. He's just so close to it, like the occult stuff, that it's like he sees one thing and he's like, it's just.
So let's just do a D2 of sanity damage, please.
Okay, so
Lift
I
it.
only have a D4, but I'm gonna do 1 and 2 is 1,
Yeah,
and 2
that's
and
how
4
you do
is
D4.
or 3 and.
Or D2.
So I took 2 points of sanity damage.
Okay. So with that, you slump over, and you're just kind of catching your breath, as you are now realizing as you look around, you don't know where you are. And so do you want to stay there and wait for the others, or do you want to keep on moving ahead?
Wow.
Since I do have my half-dead flashlight. I figure since it smells probably like gas and methane, lighting a cigarette at this time is probably not the best idea.
Would Alistair know that?
I was like, would Alistair know that? I don't
Would
know.
Alistair know that?
I know. I do have some whiskey on me, so I could probably replenish my electrolytes with that. So I think what
Fucking
Alistair-
scientist.
You don't think you need a cigarette after seeing all that stuff? Just sit down and be like, just give me a cigarette.
It's the 40s. I forgot.
It is the 40s. I don't know what Alistair's probably
Trust
gonna
the
do, 'cause
science.
I think he's been relying on everybody else's light because he's lazy. He's probably gonna pull out his flashlight and he's actually gonna look to see if there's anything around for him to go. Whether it's kind of going back, can he actually make it back up, or is there anything like actually ahead?
Give me a spot hidden roll, please.
Okay. Low, please.
Yeah. I forgot how the game was played. My apologies.
65. I don't think I passed that one.
Probably not, but it's better.
I did not.
So, as you are looking around, you know that there's a tunnel behind you, and you know there's a tunnel in front of you, and you know there's a tunnel to the left of you, but you don't know where you came from. And not only that, but you can't see any clues. I mean, theoretically, you just turn around and go back behind you, but who's to say?
I know. Oh, Alistair probably realizing he might have messed up. He's gonna try and do the best he can to just look ahead, do a full 180, and then start walking.
Okay. So you turn behind you, and you are choking on the smells, but it's starting to dissipate. And you climbing back up as these bones are still rattling behind you. And as you get closer, you realize you're walking back upwards. And then you see the luminescent glow of the fungi that was in the previous room of the organ. And you are reunited with your party.
Silas is walking down, and this fucking thing, and his fucking gun is just like right here as Alistair pops up right into his face. Oh shit! Oh! Oh! Don't do that, Alistair! Where have you been?
Can I light up my cigarette real quick while I as
takes
I get up there?
takes a breath of fresh air.
Watch it.
Salute it.
Alistair, he's gonna be Alistair, he's gonna go up there, get that fresh air, and then light a cigarette. Guys, I was attacked by one of those creatures, and they took me down into this hallway. There's a lot of dead bodies down there.
Jesus. Silas wants to peek in with his flashlight.
Yeah, so give me
They'll never know.
Never know. They'll never know.
you peek in with your flashlight, and as you're panning over, in the beginning you're just seeing, definitely you know they're human remains and bones, but in the entrance of this cave it's not too bad, so you just know that there's some messed up things going on, essentially. But you don't really know why Alistair is like so panicked, essentially.
Guys, there's a fucking lot of shit down there. I've seen a lot in my day, but Jesus Christ, there's so much. Well, we gotta kind of follow that way. There's not really a way back. He looks at Johnny, and he just is like, "You're gonna see some shit, man. Today's the day you become a man."
Johnny boy, if we're going down there, you might need some of this, and I'm gonna hand him a flask of whiskey. But I want that back. That's the good stuff.
Jesus.
You guys know how much Johnny will take a little sip immediately.
Just like
Gang. Good.
It's like there's no Pepsi in this.
This ain't Pepsi.
This is
Silas-
Pepsi or sarsaparilla.
He looks at it with good reaction.
And then I'll grab my flask back and I'll take a swig too. Anybody else want a swig before we go down into the depths?
Silas,
Creatures might have
Silas grabs it. And he drinks the rest of the bottle, and then he's like, all right,
And Alistair's looking at him like,
let's fucking do this thing.
the audacity.
Yeah.
Philip would probably look at Alistair and be like, I don't like to agree with you, but that was rude.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like, that was rude. How far down do you think we got there, Silas? Are we climbing it?
It looks like a while, but it's the only way forward.
What was down there, Alistair?
There was quite a few dead bodies and really smelly stuff, and I saw some limbs, and I want to go home.
Is there one of those monsters down there? How'd you get away?
I
only heard one gunshot.
my anti-chupacabra garlic that I keep on me.
God!
It seemed to work. He seemed to not like it. I think we're finding some chupacabras. I wrote it down in my notebook.
And as soon as he says the chupacabra, Philip is still like looking around for the agent, like instinctively, and then he's like, "Why the fuck would you doing?"
What the fuck?
The agent pops up from behind the door and he's like,
We hear an echo.
Here's some footsteps.
No, you see the military police officer. We pan off screen, and you see a military police officer at his desk with his morning cup of coffee, because you guys went in bright and early, right?
Yeah.
So it's like 10 a.m. And as you begin to start talking about chupacabras, and as you hear that, Philip, he sets down his newspaper and his cup of coffee, and he like looks to the side into the air. And then it pans back to you guys.
Something's not right.
It sniffs the. Smells like conspiracy. All right. So.
All right. Silas.
but you're not gonna question me.
Yeah.
How much? Yeah, you keep that garlic handy now.
Yeah.
We gotta go back there.
He takes a rag and he like covers his nose as he goes through it, and then he just, all right, stay close behind, and we start walking over these corpses.
I think Philip would have done something similar. I don't know if I have a rag on me, but I probably would have taken like the sleeve and just cut the sleeve enough to make a rag for myself and Johnny.
I believe it was like almost everybody would carry a handkerchief at that period of time, because there's no tissues or things like this.
I'm gonna, instead of my regular cigarettes, since I know it smells really bad, I'm gonna pull out my Turkish cigarettes.
Big smokes. He wants that big. He wants to add to that. You can feel the humidity coming off in this foul stench.
Check that camera, Wicket.
Not only does he why are you trying to show us your crotch? Like, what is going on? Trying to distract us?
Maddie, I'm gonna need a copy of this for review.
You can see me sitting crisscross applesauce.
Nothing like your first time, Johnny.
Yeah, right.
Do you guys know in Alice in Wonderland, I think it's when the Cheshire Cat is out, and then he has a companion who's smoking, or maybe the Cheshire Cat itself is smoking.
Yeah,
that is Alistair. It's like it's already hot. You can feel like you know what you're about to do is miserable, and then you see Alistair this Turkish. Yeah, the caterpillar. Excuse me.
Caterpillar.
Yeah. And it's just like this horrific, like, smoke is coming off. So not only is it rotting dead bodies, it is now this awful stench of this Turkish cigarette. And I'll let you decide which one you think is worse. But together, it is not great either.
Yeah.
Simon can't smell nothing, dude. He's
just
lost into this rag.
Philip probably put the rag over his face too. That was a good idea. But he's more nauseated by the bodies, but just pissed by the Turkish cigarette, just annoyed.
Yeah.
God damn this fucking guy.
I'm just cruising with the cigarette in my mouth. Just, this is okay.
So we're getting better.
So we're down. We get down there. We see. Do we have to make another? Well, nah, fuck that. All right, Alistair. Which way are we going? Which way did that guy go?
He went left.
You want to go towards him?
That's where he went. You asked me where he went.
Okay. Is that where we're going? You got more rounds in that 45, Silas?
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Plenty.
Johnny, can you please make me a sanity roll? I think you would probably be having a hard time with all
Johnny
this.
doesn't have a rag. He put his shirt over his nose.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, do you need a cigarette?
It might help, honestly.
I got you. I'm gonna pull out one of my Turkish cigarettes and give that to Johnny also.
Oh, I
Jesus.
got zeros. Does that mean I get 100, or does that mean I get really
You
good?
got all three
Oh.
zeros? 3 zeros?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. That's
Oh,
really bad.
Oh, that's really bad, isn't it?
Oh, is that really bad?
That's really bad. That's a
Oh,
100.
critical failure. I'm gonna vomit up my breakfast, my dinner yesterday.
I think we're gonna do
Alcohol.
something a little bit different than vomit. We're going to say,
Shit his pants.
you are become so physically unwell with what you are seeing and smelling in front of you that you are actually beginning to manifest it mentally. And you are just now almost feeling like rotten to the core, essentially. And so can you please make a I want this to be pretty extreme because that is a critical failure, guys. That is very hard in Call of Cthulhu.
My nerves
So please give me a D6 of sanity damage.
Jesus.
Oh, boy. Oh, okay, 2.
Perfect. So you take 2 damage. But I mean, it is not. It's like pervasive. You are like your stomach. You feel sick. Like you're, shaking from being so upset from seeing all this. Your stomach is upset. You feel like you're about to vomit, but you don't vomit. But you're like just, shaking in your boots.
I feel horrible for Johnny.
Hold it in.
My sweet little prince.
Johnny's a tough
Because-
boy.
But even though you are so shaken by this and you're feeling so sick, can you please give me also a spot hidden roll as you're looking around and you're shaking?
I thought it was gonna be another bad one.
Another
Critical failure is enough.
Yeah, right? Jesus.
Failure.
Okay, that's
yeah,
pretty good.
so
I got a 12.
Okay, so far.
Is that a critical?
I would.
That is a below
That's a
my
good-
1/5.
Um,
That is a critical success.
So with your critical success, as you're looking around, you see, hold on one second. You see, a pile of bodies decomposing, and you can see their clothes still on them, and then you also see, this written into the wall, and you can tell that it's almost like it's been scratched into.
I saw
That
a notification
caterpillar.
yeah. I saw that caterpillar on the wall.
There's a caterpillar on the wall. So it's that caterpillar smoking, and also this note. They had time to draw that, and these.
No.
Oh,
Is it just blue? Oh, there we
No,
go.
I can read
You
it.
can see some of it, yeah.
let me open in the browser.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Mayhap
impossible. for
someone
me.
will read these words
Mayhap.
someday. God willing, I, John Harper, write them here to tell me my sorry tale and that of my fellows. When Scott sent us to our doom with his clever plans, he sought to escape the notice of the state. Of
Oh,
Rhode
ignore the Rhode Island part, but you get it.
of wherever
New-
we are.
of New
we're on.
Mexico.
Well, Gordo.
Mm-hmm.
He should have thought, for what purpose this tunnel was made at the first. He called himself lucky and so damned us. As we shepherded his cargo through the tunnel, where we were set upon by the hideous sayings. And the fortune... I need to zoom out. I have to, scroll. Some hideous thing. And the fortunate fell to their claws and fangs. The rest were dragged here. The good book. God bless. And the preachers tell us that God cursed... Oh, no bless. That God cursed the serpent so that it might crawl on its belly forevermore. Why then does our new master still walk? How did he and his kind escape God's justice? Did they sleep here before the fall and so pass beneath notice? Now we serve this hateful serpent. Sets us to work for him, all men alike. He forces us to mate together, ooh, as if we were no more than animals. I have seen my fellows die, wasting away or at the pleasure of the serpent. We are hidden far from the loving eyes of God.
Perfect.
Read that out loud while this is we're all fucking done.
Mhm.
With the accent,
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
he makes all men mate together. He's making
My
men mate.
What kind of fucked up shit is happening down here in this goddamn city?
Not in my Alamogordo.
So as Johnny has read this aloud, you realize you're coming up to essentially where Alistair had left off. There's
As we're going,
Mhm.
when we get down into where we started, because like we're walking past the entrance of the second, after the door where the piano was, the organ, I put another flag to kind of mark our way.
perfect.
Didn't want to interrupt us, but yeah, we're putting flags as we go, so we know how the fuck to get out of here.
He's like, I'm not leaving the bitch.
we're definitely going to be able to run at high speeds and hopefully look for flags.
That's one thing Alistair can do well.
Yeah.
Run at high speed.
Alistair's the bravest of us all. He's trying to fight it full on.
So as you basically come up to where Alistair was before, you notice that the piles of rotting corpses, but also older skeletons as well, are starting to pile up bigger and bigger. And then you get to essentially that fork that Alistair had come to, with a path to the left and then a path straight ahead. And you have a decision to make.
All right, do we go left or straight?
I mean, I already told you them creatures was already at the left side, so I don't know them or face them on. It seems like they were afraid of my garlic, so maybe we have a secret weapon.
It's hard to say.
Okay. The devil you know, the devil you don't. We know that we can repel them with garlic, so maybe we just head down that left path. Because if we go down the other path, there might be something that we don't have any defense for.
Aren't we looking for fucking one guy? God, I don't remember his name anymore.
I thought we were looking for treasure.
He fucking looks at all the dead bodies around him. He's like, I think we're past treasure at this point. I want to know what the fuck's happening.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go left and we'll see what happens. Go ahead and put another flag up.
Yeah. We could also see how deep these tunnels go. I rigged this up last night if we want to give it a shot. And he shows you guys his sound gun. So it's designed to emit kind of like a sonic wave that travels down and reverberates back to you, so you get a sense of how it goes. Kind of like a radar gun the police might be familiar with. Fucking speeding tickets.
But can't I just scream?
You know what? I like that better. You scream down that left tunnel.
Pick up my location.
Hello!
And of course, we reenact the quintessential scene from The Grinch, and it says, "You're an idiot." No, you of course hear it echo back, and you just hear echoes of hello, but I guess it goes for a while.
Alright.
That
It sounds like that tunnel is about 25.
All right. The next one, bud.
That's
Get on that next.
tunnel.
We got a whole nother tunnel over here. Let's see you get on that one.
Gotta go to that one. Hello! And I'll do it in the other tunnel.
I don't know what you're trying to achieve from this. It
Let's see how far
reverberates
it
off
reverberates. But
off
did it
the
sound
wall.
like it went longer or shorter?
I don't think that it works like that, does
It works like
it? Is that how sounds work?
That's how it sounds.
I don't
Well,
think so.
I don't
Depends on how close we were to the end of the tunnel.
I don't think you have the
He
knowledge.
does not have
to
the.
know.
He doesn't have
So
the
I'm
lung
just-
capacity
you
straight
hear-
up to do that. But it's gonna be freaking hilarious.
Silas is sitting there and he's like, Philip, did that tell us anything or not?
Told me this guy's easily persuaded.
All right, let's do this.
I'm gonna look.
Phil,
Left.
Silas points out a coin. And he goes, heads will go left, tails will go right. And
That's
then
fine.
he flips it.
A 2-side.
I'm gonna roll a
Let's see.
two-sided dice.
Whoa! I got my
You wanna
dice right
flip a
here.
coin?
Alistair got his little
Oh
coin.
yeah, you got
He's
it. Yeah, roll.
He's gonna grab that
Yeah.
coin away from you since you drank his whiskey, you son of a bitch.
In the
And
air,
then-
in the air. He just snatches it
And
out of
then
the air.
Alistair flips it, and then we get tails.
You guys didn't assign a value before. So.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. Heads would,
Oh, you
heads
did?
would go left, tails
Okay.
would go straight.
Okay.
All right.
So you're going straight.
We're
Perfect.
going straight.
Silas is like, all right, this is my last coin. And he just- we start walking straight.
Perfect. So as you are walking straight, you notice that you're still continuing to go down a tunnel, and you're noticing it is getting hotter and hotter, and not like an arid humidity. It is, or an arid heat. It is humid, like New Orleans humidity. You're like, how is this even possible? Caves are not hot. Like, it defies all logic that it could be like this. And it's like you can feel just all your hair is
Like,
wet.
drenching.
It is uncomfortable to say the least. But also, as you're going down, you also notice that less bodies. It is not so disgusting, for lack of a better word. It's starting to free up as you realize you're coming out of the feeding pits. And as you get closer, the opening becomes larger and larger, and you realize that you're in another large cavern. And in this cavern appears to be almost like a little town. And in this town, you see, again, not like creatures that you just saw, but almost like small humans who are extremely pale, almost like translucent, and they are farming the fluorescent mushrooms, essentially.
Have they
You can
noticed
see
us
them
yet?
they have not noticed you. They're still about their work, just kind of, tending to these mushrooms. There's probably about, 6 to 8 that you can see right now, right off the bat.
Silas
I know
said
they're
I'm gonna
probably-
get down.
They. How far away are we from these things?
You're probably a good 100 to 150 feet away. Probably pretty, like half a football field distance, I would
Can
say.
I make out, like, I'm just trying to see, I know they're farming, can you see if they have, like, hunter-esque features?
No, these look
With
like...
thingies or, like,
No,
claws?
they don't have claws or anything like that. They look to be like very sickly, malnourished humans. Like you can see that they are gray. They have almost like cataracts over their eyes, like they can't see very well. Patches of hair from not having good nutrition, and just very frail.
I'm
Jesus.
probably gonna... Oh, go ahead.
I was like, Jesus, there's some that are alive. And he just kind of looks at the group and he's like shaking Silas. And he's like, all right, I'm not going to fucking blast him, but what do we do here?
They look kind of friendly to me.
They at least don't look dangerous. Maybe not
what
friendly,
the
but
fuck
maybe not.
about all these
dangerous.
bodies sound friendly to you?
They look hungry. Maybe I got some snacks.
I mean, if you
Alright.
want to try to go reason with them,
Alistair, You go and feed them. And he looks at Philip and he's like, he's dead.
With that, Philip is gonna take again out the the e-tool, and instead of like staying, I motion kind of like the back around this way to Silas, because Philip is now gonna take a flanking position, so that
Silas
it's
is
not
doing
we're not all in.
missions.
Yeah, we're on the same page, so we're still keeping eyes on Alistair as he moves closer, but I kind of want to be off. I'm gonna say to, like, if he's straight on, I'm gonna be off to like the 3 o'clock.
Yeah, and he tells Johnny to go with him.
I get Johnny. Nice.
Yeah.
Let's go, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny.
We're gonna stay low.
And then I'm going to follow like a few paces behind Alistair, but in hidden like cover.
I'm probably gonna try and get within like 50 feet of them before I'm like, before I start saying anything.
Hello.
Yeah, but hey there, how you guys doing?
So you've come like approach them, or
Yeah,
give me a
I'm,
little
like-
bit more.
Basically, what's going on after we were all down on the ground, and then I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and say hi to them, and then I'm basically just gonna stand straight up, grab my snacks out in my hand, and then just because they look hungry, and then I'm just gonna kind of casually, a little timid, but just kind of casually walk out to them, and then when I get roughly 50 feet, it's not startle them, but like, hey y'all folks, how you doing?
You see them startle. And one of the inhabitants you see is holding a little bundle, and you think she's probably a woman based on her long hair and her like features. She's very sunken in, so it's hard to tell. And you see the man next to her, the inhabitant man, who's a little bit larger, is holding his little his like small trowel. And he is like getting ready to defend her, but they don't say anything. And you can kind of see them like looking around, very scared.
Then if I see them, like, hey, how are you? I don't mean any harm. I'm just a little lost here. I'm hoping
Do
you
the
guys
other-
can help us.
Does the other ones notice? Like, because there was 6 to 8 of them, so he's got the attention of 2. Do the other ones notice?
All of them notice, but they're just
All of
kind of
them.
further back,
Oh, okay.
essentially down with these other, all holding various garden tools with their mushrooms next to them. And you can see pretty well in this cave because of all these fluorescent mushrooms basically everywhere, just cultivated everywhere. So, you continue speaking to them, and it's like nothing is registering at all. They're just very still scared. I think the male one, he like is grabbing his partner and he's like kind of pulling behind her, and is like taking up a defensive stance, but they aren't trying to talk to you.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep getting a little bit closer, not too close. I'll probably at this point I've just been saying hi. I think I'm gonna try and get maybe 25 feet, and then I will grab my snacks that I have, and then kind of shake the bag a little bit like a cat and throw it in their direction.
So you throw it in their direction, and you startle them extremely. And they don't. You can tell they just are shocked and just so scared. They don't have any idea what you're throwing at them, essentially. And as the woman cowers back and she has her baby, she kneels down and is trying to cover it as best as she can. And the man goes and he starts to charge at you, essentially. And so
Does he look? Is he big? Is he like a normal sized human, or is he like small? Or...
No, he's like probably maybe 4 feet tall.
Okay.
You failed first contact. Now we have to kill them all.
I know.
Yeah. Now I have to shoot him, dude.
And so is he starting to charge at me?
He's starting to charge at you with his like trowel out.
Is it since he's?
Cut out.
I'm assuming I'm probably just gonna back up and like not like I'm not gonna like attack. I'm like wait, but kind of backing up at the same time.
He's just gonna keep on chasing after you.
Okay. And then at this point, I'm probably. Oh shoot! At this point, I think I'm just gonna pull a straight 180 and just start running away.
Make an athletics check for me.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, we don't have athletics. Make a
We have something similar though, don't we?
Yeah. Make a cowardice roll, please.
Okay.
There is.
Make let's do a dexterity roll.
I got 5 zeros. How many is that? Is that bad? 5 zeros.
Yeah, all the zeros.
Is 1,000, bitch.
46.
As
Which is
what?
46.
You failed.
My dexterity?
What?
No.
His dex is 60 something.
No, my
Oh,
dexterity.
I was looking at the wrong
85.
one. Okay, so you end up evading him as he is charging towards you. And he's chasing after you. The other ones are they're terrified. You see the. Go ahead.
After he charges Alistair, Philip looks at Silas and just breaks ahead for the woman and grabs her.
Oh,
And I yell at that. I yell at that guy. He's like, "Hey!" Because now I have my e-tool against this hostage, essentially.
that's crazy.
And Silas pulls up out of the shadows behind Alistair as Alistair's running back towards him.
Okay. So you see the female inhabitant. She's sobbing. She's so scared. She's still though protecting her baby as much as she can, trying to hold on to it. And you see the male inhabitant turns around. You see the other female inhabitants who also have babies. They are running just out of this fossil pool. They're trying to either hide or out of there. And then you see two other males essentially are grabbing tools and are going to come after you, Philip.
I put the gun on the male gun and say, "Hey, we don't want any trouble, all right? We're just here for questions."
And it's like, once again, you can see on their face, they have
speak it.
no idea what you guys are trying to say.
They're fully blind, right? Or we assume because they're not really.
You can give me a biology roll.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Silas doesn't speak Spanish, but he starts saying, "Hey, comprende, comprende."
You're just still scared.
I don't think I have biology.
It's under a science skill. It's a 1%er. Can you roll a 1 for me, please?
Yes.
Yes, I can. What?
Let's do this. Oh no, damn it! I got 5.
Damn!
You can.
I thought you were
roll
gonna
luck
fucking
if you
get
want.
it. Use the luck.
Use it.
Well,
Honestly-
don't. That's probably terrible, but it'd be funny if you did.
I know.
Use it. You don't
I
need
kind of
it.
want to, because I'm using 4 points of luck, right?
Yeah.
You want to.
It's never gonna be this clutch
You
ever
got
again.
65.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Jesus fuck.
I used 4 of my luck. To get
Okay,
that
so you have 61 luck left.
Uh,
With that, Alistair, it's like they chased you off, but that brief moment when you were looking into their eyes, you had a true understanding of what the inhabitants are. And yes, they are blind, but they have extremely good hearing from being born and raised in caves for generations and generations. You can also tell they're just essentially malnourished humans, just extremely malnourished. They've never learned to speak, though, because of the environment that they're in. And they're very weak, and they're just little guys. They're
Okay.
being mean to these little guys.
That's what I'm saying.
We just came through a bloodbath, okay? I do not want to be in the bodies.
There was a hint in that note, if you guys remember, but
I'm aware, but
So then I know we're all kind of running, and then Alistair realizing having this momentous occasion. I know it's kind of a long shot, but knowing different inflections typically can give out a different tone of voice. He's going to do the best he can to speak in a voice that doesn't give off fear.
Alistair
anger,
vibes.
or yeah, Alistair vibes.
yeah, it doesn't piss
you
people
hitting
off.
them with the here, kitty, kitty, kitty
Pretty
voice.
much. So like,
Guess what? They don't care because you have one of their women is at shovel point.
what?
Hey,
I would-
sorry.
No, what I'm gonna yell at Silas like, let her go. They're just people.
These fuckers are people.
No.
As Silas is fucking just like beamed in on this guy.
Can Johnny try and understand what they're saying? Could you listen or English?
They're
I
not
don't think they're
saying
speaking.
anything.
They're
Yeah.
not speaking.
It's
it's
completely silent.
Size is like yelling movements, and he's trying to do like hand signals, like, "Hey, like food. Like, do you guys need food?
They
Belly
can't see you.
hungry." Oh, you can't see either.
They can't see, yeah. So they are just only can hear.
Are we?
It
Okay.
is technically. It is. Let me look at everybody's. Alistair already went.
We're in combat now. Right?
It's Philip's turn as he is holding one of the females at shovel point.
And they. So I think. I think it's more of a because she's so weak. She's not gonna resist. I grabbed her like by. Are they wearing clothes?
They're wearing like sacks, like like.
Perfect. Yep. I've got the back of that, and she's on the ground, like on her knees, still holding baby. And there was two of them coming at. There was two of them coming at me, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm pointing the shovel at them, ready to take them on. I feel like there is no threat from this woman. So if we can't talk them down, going. The intent here is to subdue them, not to kill them.
Okay.
So just if we do break into a fight, the intent is to disarm and try to salvage the situation.
So are you trying to like intimidate right now? Essentially? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give me an intimidation roll?
Yes. Oh, there it is. Ooh, shit. It's a 15. That's not good. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Okay. Oh. Ah, shit. Nope. It's a 70. It doesn't. It's not good.
It's not. Okay. They can't. All they know is that you have, that you're holding one of them hostage. So the both of them are gonna continue to approach you, Philip. And oh my god. And he crits like a natural one. So
No, Philip. Sweet Philip.
Philip, you need more lemon blush.
Jesus.
She pauses.
How did? Yeah, right.
So as he comes in with the trowel, and you have his mate in your hand, and he's trying to protect his baby. He goes in.
Hey, that one is chasing Wicket. The other two are coming at me.
No, but Wicket escaped.
Oh, fuck that guy. Wicket can't even take on one.
He turned around, and all three of them have decks, the same deck. So I'm saying it's this one.
Jesus.
Because it makes a better moment, guys. He's angry. He critted for his his wifey.
Where's my remote dynamite? Fuck this whole place.
Fucking blows himself up, dude. Oh my god.
Oh.
He comes in with the trowel, and he's, he only comes up probably to, middle height on you. So he goes right for your knee, and he takes that trowel and he just whaps it in, and he does 6 points of damage.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
A lot of damage.
And so you can feel that your knee is messed up. Something has happened as he just hit it probably perfectly. And if we are doing any sort of climb or strength rolls, you'll be at a I forget the term. It's a disadvantaged die, but it has a different time. Yeah. It's a different name in Call of Cthulhu. And so you take 6 points of damage. It is now the other two's turns, and they're all going to attack you as well, Philip.
Is there any type of reaction in Call of Cthulhu?
There is, but I just skipped it because there was no shot. He critted. It was just like, you're done for. So on this one,
Christ.
He hit. So another one comes out, and then on this one, if you would like to dodge, you can try. Dodge is
Like half your dexterity.
yep.
It's its own roll, though. You can see it.
Okay. Like, okay.
It'll say dodge.
You see it?
Half your dex.
I was just gonna believe you.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm fucking sure. My dex is
So
60.
it'll be
so-
30 for you.
Is there more of like a parry type? Because yeah,
We can flavor text it
brand.
like that
On
if
brand.
that's what you want.
okay, yeah. Because like I really didn't want to kill them. I kind of do a little bit now, but
Like, they just
I
took
mean,
out my
one.
little shits.
they can't all live now. But yeah, the goal was to just defend, assert dominance, and then try to reason with them. But okay,
Baddies.
Now that words don't work.
now we're the bad guys.
Now
Yeah.
we're the bad guy.
Right? Are we the bad guys? Fuck yeah. 27 beats 30. So
Perfect. So, or do you want to describe it as you're walking with your trowel?
I'm not E-Tool. I'm assuming like he was. They can't see so much of me with the little camera, but I was probably standing holding one E-Tool out, and he fucking wrecks my knee. So I probably went down on one knee because he annihilated it. And the other one came from the front to try to stab me in the chest, I'm going to guess. So Philip, pissed at this point, like goes down, E-Tool in the ground, is like, fuck! And then sees the other one, gets up and just like flings that thing and almost like whips it around and then smacks him so that he falls.
So
Disarm.
he won't fall because he was successful, but you are basically at a stalemate and you successfully block it. And he stumbles. The other one missed his attack. So we are done with their turn. So we are now at I believe it's Silas's turn.
Silas, he is blasting that motherfucker who hit Philip. Silas, he's a lot of things, all right? Silas is the villain of the story. He's gonna shoot
Philip
this
didn't make it
guy
better.
right in the head.
Okay, give me a firearms roll, please.
This is a lot of things. Frustrated, angry, sexually.
God.
compelled.
Sexually frustrated? Yeah, exactly. I rolled a 9.
Jesus!
A 9. Okay.
I only did hit an 80 too. It's just so like I'm like, oh,
Dang.
I'll probably hit it, and then it was like, oh
Nice.
shit.
Crushed it.
Oh wait.
I'm feeling a lot like Artie on Thursday group. Every time somebody touches me, I'm just like, ow! Ow!
You're tough.
They had a major success, but not a critical success, so they are still hit. So go ahead and make your damage roll.
It is an 8. 6 plus 2.
Nice.
So as you pull back the hammer on your 1911 and you pull the trigger, the sound reverberates. And as you struck him, this 45 caliber bullet just tears this little inhabitant to shreds. And you know that he's dead. But what you also notice is that because their hearing is so sensitive, the gunshot makes them all scatter immediately. So they are so scared that they rip away. She's able to rip away from Philip, and the other ones who are next to Philip also scramble away, and they head immediately for those teeny tiny, even smaller than the tunnels you had seen before, and are all out of the room now. And you guys are officially out of combat. As you see this one little one inhabitant on the ground as he reaches for his life, and then he dies.
We're the bad
Oh,
guys.
We still have the hostage.
Yeah, Silas
Yeah, we
walks
didn't-
up to Alistair and fucking clocks him in the face, and he's like, "What was that? We were supposed to reason with them."
Why did you shoot them? That's not reasoning with them.
Yeah, they tried to
Could've
kill
tried
Philip.
them. You didn't have to kill him. The bullet would have scared him. I said they're blind and their hearing's good. You don't listen to me.
They tried to kill Philip. Is his
That's
life
what he
not
did.
important?
He took the lady hostage with the child.
How did you know?
Because you threw a foreign object at them. Why didn't you show them that you could eat the snacks first? Jesus fuck! And
They couldn't see
like,
anything. They're blind.
we know that now.
Silas is like fucking sweating.
I know you got some crunch in there. Just fucking. It's your trademark. So
Let me look at your knee, you idiot.
this whole time, I don't think.
Can I see if I can do anything about like Philip's knee while just yelling?
Funny
If you
story.
would like to make a first aid roll.
Yes, I'm gonna attempt to do something. I'm gonna look at it just to see if I can.
God, fuck. And this whole time, Philip is looking through the pack, even more pissed, because he realizes that he got set for a very long, treacherous climb, descent into a cave without a single medical supply.
I got 36, so I failed anyways. Alistair looks at his knee. He goes over to his knee, and he's like, I can't do anything about it, I'm sorry.
Silas carries band-aids and stuff. It's got a first aid. So
I'll fix it.
He comes
Can you
over.
kiss it gently, please?
Silas comes over and looks at it, and he's fucking drenched. Like, you know, he's a big guy. Like, not like tall, but like, you know, overweight dad. He's fucking drenched in sweat. Fucking like, he's like, his shirt's coming off, and you see like the little like wife beater underneath. He's fucking sliding it down more. And
See just the white chest hair just out there.
It looks it's just very salt and peppery, and he comes over to fucking. He's holding the gun up to like his head, just like tapping it. And he's like, "This doesn't look good, man." And he wants to, exactly.
Put him out of his misery.
And he's just looking.
Are
He's
we gonna
like,
have to
he's like, Philip, can you still walk and move?
Like, not easily, but
Johnny has his knife ready,
Get that-
ready for the surgery.
shit. We look around. Philip's been looking around because these, like, is there a trowel or something of size that I could break into a splint to put on this leg after we just? Because I've taken my belt off and tightened it around to help stop bleeding, but I don't know if.
I don't think it caused you to bleed. It's more so like you could feel like it hit your knee and your knee like concaved inwards, essentially, more so like an athletic
Oh, okay.
injury.
Almost like a
Versus,
hyperextension.
Like your
It
knee
hurt
is
like
dislocated, essentially.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Can Silas try to put it back together? The fucking yeet.
You got a first aid skill, right?
Yeah.
So
Silas looks at Philip.
you did get consent.
He looks at Philip and he goes, "I'm gonna try to reset it."
Philip is. You fucking drank all of the whiskey, you son of a bitch. And he takes that belt and he bites it. Just
Could
fucking.
they use that?
A 14, baby.
So
It's a one above
Hurt
for
like
freaking critical success.
Thank God.
So,
Just took a screen.
you do not get any of your health back, Philip, but you do not have disadvantage anymore on
Good.
your athletic type of checks. So, so you, are hissing though in pain, and you screamed, and you can hear it reverberating off of this cavern, essentially, as you are looking around, and you are essentially almost like in a small, or not in a small, it's a very large cavern, but you can see these small beds of mushroom and soil, and there's just these big glowing mushrooms everywhere, essentially, and you lean against them, essentially, as your leg was put back together.
Can I eat one of those?
Well, of course
Bruh.
you can.
What they were
Ugh.
eating?
Do you want to eat a mushroom? You can eat a mushroom.
Yeah, while he was looking at that, Alice was probably gonna say, "Do you want a
There's a
smoke
man
there?
there.
Sounds like you might need one." And I'm gonna offer a smoke to Philip.
The fuck out of here!
Whatever. And the angry Alice is gonna grab his snack bag, and then he's gonna grab one of the mushrooms, and he's gonna just little tiny mushrooms.
Make a
Sure.
constitution roll for me, please.
So it's just like 1, 2, and fucking pops his knee back into place, you know. Like, and
Yeah.
then
He had the belt in, and he was just like, fuck! And he just,
What'd you get?
screamed.
8.
Wow.
Dang.
That's pretty good.
I'm
the
sorry,
belt
it's
back
not a it's a luck roll, excuse me. Sorry, please make a
That's still good,
Oh
right?
wait, make a luck roll first, and this will be your con roll. So, but make a luck roll first.
Two. Wow.
Jesus!
Wow.
That's
Lucky
crazy.
as
I got a 2 and an 8.
You
feeling great.
no problem, man. You're feeling fine. So you just
God.
no issues.
Can I start snacking on him or nah?
Start snacking on them. Yep.
I'm like, guys, hey, you can eat these mushrooms. I'll just grab. I'll probably just grab like.
And as you're foraging through these mushrooms, and you're picking mushrooms, you realize you're starting to see human bones in there, in the mulch, essentially, and realize that you've been eating
like mushrooms that have been like
grown from yes. So please make a sanity roll for me, please.
70.
So you failed, so let's take a point of damage for eating human mushrooms.
Worth.
But overall, not a bad outcome. You should have died right then, but that was good. Good for you.
It's all that smoking and whiskey that saved me.
So as you look around more,
Bolstered his confidence.
and as you are, as Alistair is foraging through dead body mushrooms, and Philip is leaning against, gathering his breath as he had his knee popped in, and Silas is also gathering his breath as he realizes he's gonna have to get back up and stand up, and he's like,
Fuck, I'm done.
Johnny, what are you doing?
What are you doing, Johnny?
Can I eat?
He looks like he's sleeping.
What am I gonna do?
He's like, I don't know, lady.
Well,
So Johnny,
I'll
as
just
you're
pick on mushrooms.
do you want to eat mushrooms? You need mushrooms.
Alistair ate them. They were fine. They were tasty.
I feel like I should. What do I have?
Well, shiitake.
I probably should have tracked our way back. Probably should have tracked our way in here. I don't know if we can get back out.
Philip has this whole time, so you guys are
flags.
okay.
We follow the flags.
So as you're looking around, Johnny, as you saw this terrible scene, and you realize that maybe your comrades aren't as on the up and up as you thought they were. You see two
Allegedly.
paths in front of you. So there's
Yeah,
two different exits besides the one you guys just came in. And it's still extremely humid. The smell, though, is not nearly as offensive. And now it just smells like that wet and soily smell that you would smell from mushrooms and from, like, soil and mulch.
That must be a Turkish cigar.
And a Turkish cigar. Yep.
Well, you can flip a coin again.
Yeah, is there another like path forward, or is this like?
There's two paths forward you can see.
You have to
So
flip a coin.
Silas
wild.
is fucking
We're
just
flipping a
like,
coin.
oh God, what have we gotten ourselves into?
Heads or tails? What is what? I'll flip that coin while I'm smoking my
Before we
cigarette.
go,
What-
let's,
what else?
Let's gather our thoughts real quick.
Yeah. I want to, as we're looking around, do we see any, like, structures? Any, like, or is it just open field and they scurried back into holes?
you see these little holes. What you see more so is like little like a little wooden structure, like a bassinet, and you see like some almost like bedrolls, but like more, just like blankets essentially, or tatters for them to lay on. But you don't see really like any built structures. You don't see any markings or hieroglyphics or anything like that. It's just essentially a room to grow and feed things.
Farm room.
Okay. So it doesn't seem like there's much in here of value.
Well, come to the circus.
So if we... fuck. Do we dare rest here for a minute and collect our thoughts before we go barreling into the next tunnel?
God, why the fuck are we even down here again? Do you guys even remember?
We're trying to find Johnny Boy's uncle.
No.
Fucking God.
That guy said there was treasure in here, but there's so much fucked up shit down here.
Yeah. I'm kind of skeptical of this whole treasure thing, but Wayne Scott's probably down here somewhere. Hopefully.
It's probably good that we find him, right? But I haven't seen any traces of him at all.
Honestly, I don't fucking know anymore.
Well,
Is this job worth dying for?
What do we want? A job worth dying for.
Fucking hell.
Size is pondering and thinking about it. He's like, all right, let's keep going, I guess.
Johnny Boy, heads or tails?
They all seem to scatter when the sound gets loud. So
I bet on.
I only have 4 more bullets, so
I use this sound gun now, and I put that fucking E-tool away, and I shoot the sound gun down, and it's similar to a radar, but it's just gonna make like a really like loud noise that way, and then basically have like a timer on it so that it can detect when the sound comes back faintly.
Go through the sonar, not radar.
So
Yeah, kind of. It's kind of like sonar, but
if when you do it to the left tunnel, essentially it goes for a while, but then does like the size matter, or is it just when it hits the back wall? Like does it work?
So essentially, it would go, kind of like sonar to see like how long it takes the sound to come back,
To hit a
and
wall.
if it's
the
it
left
would have to
side,
hit something. So
the
if there's like
the left one would take significantly longer than the right one.
because it's a fairly loud sound in like a cone. It's almost like a fucking weird ray gun type thing that just sound that way.
Well, it's just like echolocation.
Yeah. Yep.
But it has to hit something to bounce back off of. So
Correct.
It's not going to tell you how big the room is. It's only going to tell you
No.
how far it is.
Yep. We're just getting a gauge of, is it going to take us 2 hours to walk down this tunnel versus 20 minutes to this tunnel? But this is also makes a lot of sound. So now Philip's thinking that if those fuckers show up again, I'm just going to start pinging the walls with this and they're going to scatter.
So the left one is longer than the right one. Pretty significantly longer.
So the left one's going to take us a bit longer to travel through, but guess I don't really care which one we go down.
Johnny Boy, heads or tails?
Go right on heads, left on tails.
Alrighty, let's flip that coin. Let's see what happens. Survey says we got tails.
All right, to the left.
Excellent.
To
So
the
again,
left, you
flags dropped with the chalk telling us
You
which way
guys
to go.
also, if you want to, as adventurers, you can go and turn around. That is an option.
Seems like a solid plan. Well, we've already decided we're gonna go this way. So fuck it.
Okay, so
That's where we were getting with the, is this job fucking worth it? But it's
I think
fine.
we check out one more room, and then if we stay alive and don't die,
Probably time to go back.
you
we've collected a lot of information from down here. So
Yeah.
you're going to the left, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
The left is
Correct.
what you said. Okay.
Left
As you go to the left, it starts to narrow down again as you are in a tunnel. There's nothing in this. This is just like more so a regular cave. You're not seeing body parts littered. It looks relatively normal from what you guys have seen previously. But you do notice that you're walking for a while. Like you had thought, like it was, oh, this one's significantly longer than the other one. It is still so humid. You guys are like dragging your feet and you're kind of straggling along
Buzz is
still.
taking off his fucking shirt at this point, and he's just walking, just fucking shirtless. Like he has his wife beater on, but he's like fucking mainly shirtless.
Yeah,
Sheriff
and so
outfit tied around his like waist, like a mom sweater.
exactly. So you are going down still. It still smells, more like just rock and mulch and mushroom. It's not anymore of that horrific rotting smell anymore, but man, is it just, you're just sweating and you're all just kind of starting to drag your feet. It's hot. You're seeing all those horrible things. The group is starting to kind of, one leading after the other as the tunnel starts to narrow down, so you can't walk in like a compact group. Can all of you please make a luck roll for me?
Ooh, 18.
43.
48.
Let's see, 27.
Okay, perfect. So you all passed. Cool. So you're descending down still, and then you start to see it open up again. And this time though, it's opening up to like a grotto. So you're seeing stalactites and stalagmites and like this beautiful almost viewing pool as you see more. This time not well, there is fungus, but there's also like crystals along the wall that's reflecting off of this. And it looks, it's like a moment of serenity as you open up. Still extremely humid. You're not any more comfortable, but it's not, your initial reaction is not horror. But then as you look upon it, you see a giant serpent altar. So you see a huge serpent. Its forehead on it is crested in gemstones. It matches the crystals. It is colorful and it is beautiful, as it is also terrifying. To see this, huge, essentially sculpture in the middle of this grotto. And in front of the grotto, you see an altar. In front of it, and you can also see that there's like almost like something maybe dark upon the altar. Yeah, so what do you guys do?
Probably not noticing even though it's huge, I don't think I would notice the giant figure in the room first. Alistair he's like, look at these pretty rocks, and then I'd probably just go immediately, just immediately go right and see the I think it's stalagmites on the ground, and then I'd probably start looking at them, and I kind of want to see if it's like the crystal. I want to see if I can break it off and take a piece
And eat it. What?
So as you go out and you touch this stalagmite, please make a power roll for me.
What the fuck is power roll? That sounds cool.
Do stat.
74.
I forget what it is. I think it's like strength. No, it can't be strength.
Yeah, I see.
It's like strength.
Passed by 1 point.
We have a strength roll though.
No,
Strength.
power is like
it's 4. Okay, never mind. I only got 40, so I failed. Power is different.
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a strength and a power roll. So then I
Yep.
failed.
Strength, I do see that now. First roll. My power's like 90, so.
Jesus.
Power is like your ability to like do magic actually.
Ooh.
So you fail.
So, is that rolling a power or a strength?
You were rolling a
Power.
power roll and you failed, you said.
Yeah.
So you You do not succeed with what you're trying to do, but you can admire looking at this crystal. Do the rest of you adventure into the grotto as well?
I think Silas is, walking into it, obviously gun drawn, and he's going to go up to the altar.
Silas, please give me a power roll as well.
A 26.
Is that
Perfect. Johnny or Philip, do you proceed into the room?
I put a chalk and flag down, and I kind of want to go to like the pool to see if there's anything in the pool.
Okay.
But yeah.
And Johnny, do you proceed as well?
Yeah, Johnny will go in.
Okay,
Go
both of
into
you
the
also
room.
please make power rolls for me.
Johnny's just gonna jump straight into the pool.
Yeah,
Straight in.
Silas is also like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
Johnny, I forgot. Are you taking pictures? Forgot you got a
I
camera.
almost
Oh.
get a picture of the mole person you killed.
Shit. Sorry.
That would have been a good idea.
So I got a 12, which is under half.
Perfect.
I got 12 too. Well, that's
Yeah.
Perfect. So, as the three of you, minus Alistair, you are not encountering this. The three of you, Silas, Philip, and Johnny, you are overcome with the vision. And you see that Yig, who is the serpent that you're looking at with the crest of gems upon his face, his mouth is open and you can see his fangs. And as his mouth is a statue, but you then, as you're in this vision, the mouth is opening up wider. And then you see all kinds of snakes begin to pour out of his mouth, and they're everywhere in the room. And as you look down, you realize that snakes have already been climbing on you, and they are slithering up your body. You can feel the scales, and you can feel their little tongue come out, and is slithering up you, and it's getting closer and closer, and you realize you're just in a writhing mass of snakes, different colors. They're not trying to hurt you, though, is what you realize. You see a boa constrictor is on you, but he's not constricting. You see a rattlesnake slithering up your ankles, but he's not trying to bite you. They're just simply maneuvering over you as they flick their tongues about.
Silas starts peeing himself because he hates snakes.
So they're like kind of not bothered by that at all. They're just like, it's already humid in this room. They don't care. They like humidity anyway. So the serpents are still slithering over you. And then you see, as you're looking up and you're engulfed, and the snakes are still crawling up your face, and you can feel them with their little tongues hissing in your ears. You see the snake statue, his tongue begins to flicker as well, and then, like it never happened, everything is gone. But for all of you, the three of you I should say, please make a sanity roll for me.
The one time roll failing
Here we go.
might have been good.
Pissed off. That guy. You said sanity roll?
Yes.
Ouch.
I did not
What'd you
pass.
get?
So if you passed, it was 1 point of damage. If you failed, it was a d4 of sanity damage. What was interesting, though, is that when you were having your vision and the snakes were whispering in your ear, you realized that you figured out his name. And you don't know how, but you knew his name was Yig. And because of that, please add 2 points to your Cthulhu mythos.
Hey.
Fuck you.
My cold's better, bitch. Pull up.
So we took a point of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I took a point of damage because I rolled a d4.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cthulhu
You took a point
Mythos.
of damage even if you passed, too.
Yeah. So you did good.
Yeah. I did fine.
Right. And you're fine.
God, I mean,
Well, Silas is still hurt from the falling down the fucking rope.
right?
So I only have like 3 health.
So Cthulhu Mythos.
Not the metagame, but as we go through it.
Wait a minute.
Traded 2
Something.
sanity for 2 Cthulhu.
Yeah, we lost 2 sanity for failing. 45.
Did any of you guys make any noticeable
I got a
like,
max.
gasps
What?
or like? Because I'm off staring at this crystal while you guys are
Silas
freaking
peed himself,
like,
so you could probably start smelling.
Excuse me, sir.
what?
If you don't think that you're off to the side as though you've seen any of this, because you're not in the room anymore.
I was out.
So, as you
He
come
panics and runs
to
away.
your vision, you see that Alistair is gone.
Oh,
And as you were in your vision, the two ghasts who you had encountered earlier, who attacked Silas with their hoofs and their claws and their translucent skin, and one of them with a bullet hole through his eye, come and they snatch Alistair by his little ankles and they drag him through a hole. And Alistair is gone. None of you guys saw this though, but you know that Alistair is gone from the room now.
He
I'll
probably
just
went
think
to
you went to
go
the next room again.
get some other people, to get some backup. This definitely didn't run away.
I would never do that. I'm a strong, independent
Alistair, our
man.
hero.
I wonder which way he went though, because he probably saw one of those guys and went after him again.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know. I think he's.
brave.
I think he definitely had to go after him.
Do we see any other exits in this little room or anything that we're in?
So you see there is the passage behind you, but then there's all the grotto with the pools, and as you're looking to the altar, you see to the right there is a cavern opening up to the right. That is a new path that you haven't been before, but there's only one path in this room.
Okay. Did you guys see the same snakes?
Saw this, he's trying to cover up that he peed himself, and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, they really licked your crotch.
Something, I think I splashed some water on it.
Yeah.
Something slithered up on me. Did you guys see that?
As soon as I was looking into that pool, there was something that came over me. It just got into my mind, and this egg. You guys didn't see any of that?
Like Yig Newton.
I might have seen something like that, but I'm starting to lose my mind down here. Silas usually has like slick back hair. It's just like frazzled down, it's like curly and like all over his head right now, and he's like fucking drenched in sweat. He's got the big deep, V as he's like, been trying to like push his shirt down even further, and he's just sitting here like, I don't know what I've seen down here. As he's like holding up the gun, he's like, but something ain't right, Philip. Something ain't right.
Definitely not right.
And Alistair ran away, so we gotta go find him somewhere.
I'm just really struggling to figure out which path he took. Like, how did? Because you said there's only one way out of here, right? Like to go.
There's the way back, or there is the room to the right, or not the room, but there's a passage to the right. Mm-hmm.
What do we see on the altar? Can we see anything on? Like, I really don't want to get close to that altar. Because,
You don't want to get close to the altar. The altar is empty. There's nothing on it, but you do see bloodstains on it. But currently there's no signs of a body. You just see blood essentially, and then you see like almost like alchemical equipment. Like you see some mortar and pestle. You see like alcymbics, I think is what they're called, or whatever. But like the little tubes.
Mm-hmm.
Should we break the
Like the
equipment?
Ermhire flasks.
Mm-hmm. You can break the equipment if you want to.
We could, but maybe we should try to figure out what they're making over here.
Only
So-
a biologist like Alistair.
He fucking nailed it though, I swear to God. So stupid. God. And then fails the fucking save to save is it. Anyway.
What a Alistair, what
Swear to God.
What
So
a
I think
hero.
I want to try to use the engineering skill to see if I can figure out what type of experiments stuff they were doing with that. Think I could figure that out.
Yeah, give me a. I guess I'll let you do engineering. We'll say science.
I'll say it's
engineering. Okay.
because I was like, we could do physics. It's the only thing I got.
Give me.
Just a general science if you want. But
You can do in whatever you want. Whatever you want.
I mean, I want to do engineering because it's a higher
Do
percentage.
engineering. Let's see if you can get it.
Okay. I got 24, which is under half. Yeah.
So what are you trying to find out exactly?
I want to see if I can determine what this is used for. So, are they putting something into the bodies? Are they using the mushrooms? Are they trying to do like autopsies with this? What is the function of this
see
equipment?
that the blood is like there is blood, and then the blood runs in a certain pattern down the side, and then it fills these pools at the back of it, so into like urns essentially. So it looks like more so like the blood is getting drained out of a victim on this altar rather than something being put into a victim.
Interesting. So, okay. So I'm gonna tell Silas and Johnny these instruments are used to drain the blood of a victim and put them in the urns. So they would most likely have to be living, kind of like that bloodletting ceremony that we saved your uncle from. Because we did that too.
Remember that? Remember
He's
that
like, I
time?
don't remember that.
You guys were a lot cooler back then.
Sick burn.
Yeah. Jesus. Actually, I don't think. Fuck it. So I am there. It's collected in the urns. Is that what we can
Yes,
tell? And there's
we can
multiple
see.
urns there.
Yep, with blood.
I'm taking 2 of the urns.
Taking in the urns.
Little thief.
We're taking
Okay,
2 of the
you
urns.
want first.
Take them, brother.
We're in case we need it for bargaining chip. I don't fucking know.
Silas is like, hey, start heading towards this cavern. Hopefully,
Perfect.
Alistair's ahead.
Cool.
Hopefully,
So as
I mark the where the 2 with the chalk, where the 2 urns were.
in case you need to put them back.
We need to fucking Indiana Jones this shit, I guess. I don't know. And then yeah, I know it's pretty self-explanatory, but we're taking like still the flag and the chalk and the arrow and the stuff. So all of the basics.
Perfect.
Yeah. I don't know what else do we take. Think there's anything else we could scavenge from this area before we go deeper and try to find him?
Loot
I don't know,
stuff.
man. You saw all the crazy shit that's been happening. You want to just leave Alistair out there when we can. We can certainly just turn back right now and just leave him.
I'm just
No
trying to
one
figure out
would-
which way the best.
No one would
Yeah.
notice.
But
They
I have trouble just leaving the man.
All right. Let's fucking
can't
go.
leave Mr. Alistair.
Johnny, you make the call. We either leave this guy or we fucking...
And
head
he may
back.
be behind us. Maybe those.
And
Things took him.
Certainly, he could have left as well too. I don't know.
Can't leave poor Mr. Alistair. He'd be helpless out there on his own.
Johnny Boy knows what. That's why he's the best.
What's he gonna do by himself?
You guys suck. He's
Turns out Alistair's at the fucking entrance, and they're like,
Right.
"Yeah, those other guys suck. Thanks for trying to give us snacks, bro. Appreciate you."
Yeah. That guy
Alistair's
shot
like,
you
yeah.
right in the head.
Yeah,
It's his fault.
Alistair's like, "Here,
It's his
take this
fault."
hat so you can hold your fucking face together."
Yeah, remember that guy
God, I
shot you.
hate
Go
you.
kill him,
Yeah.
not me. I didn't do shit. I'm just here.
Fucking lights up a Turkish cigar.
Fucking,
It's like,
Like I shot you the other person.
they haven't
your
seen
wife hostage.
Deadpool, but the fucking Johnny Storm, the end credit scene, dude. So,
Yeah.
got him.
that's it.
And you can quote me.
Okay, so we go into the fucking deeper into the thing.
We got deeper in.
Perfect. So as you go deeper in, you start to see, once again, it is like another cave tunnel connecting you to another larger room. But as you go further down, still suffocating humidity, and it's almost like it's getting worse. You don't see how it could be getting worse. It's like it's almost basically should be raining at this point. You though start to see along the cave walls that there starts to be symbols. You have no idea. It is not anything like you've ever seen, or maybe even anything of this world. But you continue to traverse forward. And as you go into this room, it opens up to probably about 30 feet in height. And this room, you can tell, is completely enclosed. The only way in was the way you guys came in, and there's no other way out. And as you look, though, up, you see there's nothing really on the ground, but as you turn your eyes upward, you see these horrible glowing yellow pods. And as you are looking, it's like the ceiling is providing like a light above, and you can tell that there's this is where the heat and humidity is coming from. And what you can see is because it's providing this light and it's warmth, it's like you can see in these pods, and one of the pods is cracked open, but the other 21 pods are sealed. And in them, you can see a creature that looks like a serpent floating in this yellow-green fluid, but it's not really a serpent. You can see that it's been somehow fissioned with a human being, and you see these snake head human bodies. They're curled up in the fetal position in their little pods, and there's 21 of them on the ceiling, with one of them has been open. You don't see a body or anything at that pod. It's just you can tell that one of them has been opened.
I don't like the look of that. Yeah, we can hear you. I don't like the sound of that.
A new species of people to make contact with.
Mm-hmm.
There's no contact,
Mess
Johnny.
up. Let's not mess up this one.
Hey, do you still have that dynamite just in case we need it?
Oh, we need to burn this place to the ground.
I can't agree more.
We see. No. Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna ask if we see Alistair at all in here,
Thank you. Or a sign
or a sign
of
that he's here.
a fucking scent.
Give me a spot hidden roll.
That's
Either or both of you,
Johnny?
all three of you, all three of
All
you.
three of
can do it.
us. Okay, I was like, Johnny, this is your thing, right?
Johnny's thing,
Mine's
and he
barely
can't do
under
it.
60.
He failed.
Shit.
58.
Fuck.
Johnny
88.
blew it.
Philip and Johnny, you guys are just completely enthralled by these pods. You're not even thinking about Alistair at this point. Silas,
Never was.
you you were in trance, but you kind of quickly looked around. You don't see any sign of him. All three of you though be immediately eyes back on the pods, and please give me a sanity roll again.
Silas or everybody, or just
All three of you,
Everybody?
yeah. Mm-hmm. Not
That's
not
better.
Alistair.
a 28.
A 20.
8.
So did all of you pass? It sounds like then.
Mm.
Okay, so then it's 0 points of damage.
Yeah.
So you realize what you're seeing is otherworldly and it's horrific. But you have seen a lot today. And to be honest, this is just another thing to add to the list.
That's just fucked up
Just
shit.
shut the. If we can all just shut the fuck up and not wake anything up.
Exactly. So
Probably a good thing Alistair's not
How
there.
how high in the ceiling are
So
these things?
it's like a 30-foot ceiling, and then these drop down probably like 12 feet, and then the pod itself is probably like another 6 feet. So they're probably like overhead, but there would probably enough where if you could stand on something, you should be able to reach them.
Do we see something in here that we could stand on?
The ground is not it's not completely flat, so there are like just peaks and valleys where you could stand on higher ones to like cut one open if you want to.
Do it.
No, we don't want to do that.
You hear
Are you guys
Alistair in the
knife
back of your mind. Do it.
Can I eat this? Fuck
Got
Alistair.
his knife out.
Do it.
He's ready.
Do you think,
Terrible.
do you think we should take one for?
How big are they?
Do it.
It is like these
Like a
serpent.
human-sized pod?
It is like a full-grown man-sized pod.
I'm not Johnny
So
size. Huh?
not like probably Johnny-sized. A big
That is
6
Johnny
foot tall
12-year-old
serpent. Yeah, 12-year-old man. Mhm.
You know what, Johnny? I think Johnny's gonna take a picture of this.
Oh, fuck.
Flash on.
Perfect.
Oh,
on it.
shit.
As it should
He's
be.
gonna do the
Great
powder.
idea.
I think
like,
that
the
sounds
powder,
wonderful.
Get the mirrors ready.
Can you please give me a photography roll?
That's a
I think that
thing?
should be a.
Do I have
I
photography?
thought there
I
was
think
one.
It is.
It should be an art roll.
I think you have to make it, right? You had to make it. You had to have made it.
Yeah, it should be a part of the. Let's just.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say you did it though, Johnny. I think that's fine. You've been preparing for this. You were
Yeah,
ready.
because I think
Now-
it would have been 5% if it was a stat.
Do we?
What you can do for next time, though, I mean, do you have anything in that blank in that art one?
Yeah, I can put it in there, but it's
I was
not
gonna say-
gonna be.
You can check it, so now you can take a like next time if you want to actually put points into it, you can. That'd be fun.
That's cool, yeah.
And
That's what I
so
did with
this,
biology.
what I just posted is essentially what Johnny's picture looked like to give you guys a reference. So
Nut sacks.
exactly, with little babies in
Anything
them.
happen.
Little baby.
Ew.
Huge men. Do we see these? Are you say there were like hieroglyphics on the walls?
Yes, and you did see them walking in, yeah, but you had no idea what they would be.
Okay. Did you get the picture, Johnny?
Yep.
Great.
Well, he's gotta air it out.
How do we shake it like a Polaroid?
He sets up his whole like little red table, his red room. He's right in the back. He's got the tent and everything set
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, it's a nice dark room.
Yeah.
We should definitely start to get the fuck out.
Unfortunately, though,
I,
something about cameras at that time is that they required and they made a fire.
Yeah.
And fire catches this entire room on fire. The air
Perfect.
itself,
The flash
as
powder.
a noxious gas, catches on fire, and the fluid around these pods ignites. But when it ignites, it releases a suffocating gas. Please, all of you, make a con saving roll.
Oh.
yeah, baby.
87.
Shit. I fucking crushed it.
18.
Con saving throw. I'm under a 5th with 5.
Oh, okay. Under a 5th. Who is anybody else under a 5th?
I'm under a half.
You're under a half. Silas and Johnny, you are
Use your luck point.
immediately knocked unconscious.
Dang.
No, you're also taking a D4 damage.
Dang.
Silas could die right here.
Don't die. Don't die.
He
He's got
a-
one left.
He got a 2, so
No, he's got 2 left.
he's got 1 health left.
Okay.
Oh, he's got one. Fuck me. Okay.
Ooh,
Philip,
3 points.
by realizing that the gas is on fire and with of a chance with that, you pull up your shirt over your nose and realize it's noxious, and you somehow make it through this as Johnny and Silas hit the ground. And when they hit the ground, you start to see that the gas have come out of the floor, and they immediately grab Johnny by the hand and start pulling him back. And 2 of them come out and grab Silas by the feet and are dragging him back. And they're having a little bit of a hard time because they're like, we don't know if we have a hole big enough for this. So you can kind of see them like debating like how they're gonna get him in there. But your eyes are burning. And you are trying to keep it together. So you have 1 action before we have to do another Constitution roll.
Damn.
Oh, no.
Another Constitution roll.
Fire beats
What's so
fire.
low too?
Do another bullet.
What came out? I don't have a gun. What was here? The little guests or the hoof things?
The gas. So that those are the hoof guys, the ones who attack Silas, not the little workers.
I thought you had a gun.
No. I have
No.
a sound gun that I'm gonna try to shoot the one that's carrying Johnny.
Okay, go ahead and because it's
I need the big fucking 12-year-old to help me carry you out of here if you fucking die.
because this is. So is it supposed to be like a guns kind of thing still, or what is it like?
It is still, yeah. So I'm envisioning kind of like it's a handheld, almost like got a meter on the back, and it's like a little antenna with a fucking circle cone around it. So it's like
Okay, so
like directed sound
I'm gonna let
cannon.
you make either a firearm or an engineering check.
Engineering,
For sure.
easy all day. Easy all day. All right.
You need that.
All right.
You need it.
Oof. Well, good news. I didn't do amazing, but I got a 30, which is well under 51. So
Perfect.
yeah.
So the gas immediately take off. Only the ones who are pulling Johnny though. Johnny's still unconscious though. The gas leave, and then now please give me another Constitution roll.
Let's go.
Yeah. So we got. Oh wait,
Uh-oh.
I did pass, but I did not get under a 5th again.
So because you did not get under a 5th, the noxious gas is still in the room. There's nowhere for it to go. You are also knocked unconscious. Please give me a D4 of damage.
I failed. I straight up failed.
Do we need to roll again?
Nope, you 2 guys are already unconscious.
Sick.
It's just Philip.
Sick.
Philip Navidad.
So just another. Oh, 2.
Should've
So
left.
2 damage. Is that what
2
it was?
damage. Yeah. So all of you are unconscious, and as you
Okay. Yeah.
you're unconscious.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like we're done.
Your heads just hurt so bad, and your mouth is so dry, and you just try to open your eyes, and you can see like a fire and lanterns in the distance, but it is just blurring across your eyes. You can tell you're laying down, but you feel so sick, all three of you. And your inside of your nostrils burn as you can still see the smell, the fumes of that gas is almost like ingrained and burnt into your nose. And it's like you're dissociated from your body. You know you're lying. You don't know what is happening though at all. And as you come to and as you start to recollect a little bit more, you kind of look over and your eyes start to finally focus in. And you see that all four of you have been reunited. Alistair, you have a bad wound on your head from getting hit by a gas. Can you please give me a d4 of damage?
Yes.
Have we woken up or are we still unconscious?
You're in the throes of waking up, and I'll describe a little bit more when he...
Whatever. I don't know what I do with my d4. Please hold.
And do a d6 as your punishment.
Nope. I had it somewhere. Please hold. Oh, there it is. Found it. Hold on, I gotta roll in this thing. This is good luck. Gotta do it in my chalice. 2.
Okay, so you take 2 points of damage. But you have a head wound, and you are woozy. And if you have to make any sort of intelligence check, you're gonna do it at disadvantage or a penalty dice. It's called a penalty dice. I finally remembered.
Yeah. Like Alistair has to worry about that.
Yeah, and so you're finally coming together, and Silas, because you're a bigger man, and Johnny as well, because you're also a bigger man, you guys start to wake up first as the gas cleared your system a bit faster. You are confused, and you are just hungry, and you're so thirsty. Never have you been parched so much in your life, but you still feel this oppressive humidity in the air. But your eyes are now starting to focus.
Making
Yeah,
those
bad cotton mouth.
Just fucking terrible noises. Just God. Do we see the gas at this point?
You don't see the gas, but as your eyes start to focus and you're looking around, you realize that you are essentially in a smaller cave alcove, like the size of like a regular room, but you have bars in front of you from where you exit. So there's no holes or anything. It's just like a regular cave, and then you have bars like you're in a jail cell.
Can I light another cigarette?
Go for it.
Do they take all our stuff, or do we still have any of our equipment on us?
You do not have any of your. You do not have like your bagged equipment, but you would have the things that were in your pockets.
My satchel. I kept my garlic in there. That's it. Just my garlic and my satchel. That was it.
Go for you, buddy.
I'm gonna wake up like in my stupor, be like, oh, it's hot in here.
It's
Light a cigarette.
hot in here. So Alistair, as you are dragging your cigarette and you're kind of looking off in the distance, I guess you don't care that you see your friends reunited with you. That's okay. You can see that what looks to be behind the bars is that it looks like you're a laboratory. Philip, when you look out and see, this is more of that same equipment that you were looking at the altar. You see more of the cisterns. You see urns filled with blood. You see like the alchemical sounds as things are bubbling, things like that. You don't see, though, any guards, and you don't see anybody else, though. You don't see the gas. You don't see the inhabitants. Nothing like that. What also, though, you see, it's almost like you see, like, furs and rugs kind of in one part, like almost like maybe this is where somebody sleeps. And the most important thing, though, that you guys see is that when you turn around behind you and look at the back cabin wall, is you see Mr. Winscott curled up in the fetal position, completely just murmuring to himself, just curled up in the fetal position, rocking.
He's intelligible. He's freaking out.
Silas looks at Alistair and he's like, oh, thank God we found you. We didn't believe you.
I believed.
I'm so
I
glad.
knew you wouldn't leave us, Alistair.
I was attacked by at least 7 of those creatures. I was
Wow.
alone, afraid and scared. But don't worry, I fought them off, but unfortunately they got the better of me. But now I'm here with you guys, and I'm happy to see you guys.
Philip was like, how did you?
He said 7 of them, and Silas's face is just looking at him like, okay. Well,
Okay, buddy.
sure. Okay. He's like, glad to see you. And he walks over and smacks Winscott right in the fucking with the I don't know. You say, do I have my pistol or that? I mean, that's the big thing because it would have just been in my like holster, not really in a backpack. But
You do not have your pistol.
that's fair.
say,
I go up and fucking rock this dude with my fist.
Good.
Perfect. Give me a. We're just gonna say you hit him. He's completely. Give me a roll. Damage roll, please.
I give the help action.
Help action.
I approve this message. Fuck that guy.
Oh, it's a D. Sorry, it's a D3, not a D4. 1 damage.
Okay, so he doesn't even notice that he's getting hit. He's just completely catatonic. He's just murmuring about he's like snake people, like caves, tunnels, what were those things? Just completely unintelligible, not forming full sentences, just rocking back and forth. He doesn't even notice that you're in the room.
Like wailing on it. Hey, get a hold of yourself, damn it.
He's still not doing anything. He's just rocking back and forth. It's like he doesn't notice you at all.
Screw talking to him. Has he got anything useful that we could take from him?
Like you guys, he doesn't seem to have. He's been like searched over before he was put in this room.
So, I marked some things that would be in my pockets rather than the bag. So there was like a compass, a lighter, flint, flags, and chalk. I was using the flags and chalk often. I had a compass, lighter, and flint is the only other things that were in the bag that you can either, great, you have them, or don't.
Perfect. Would you guys like to look at inspect the bars, essentially?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So fill up with your engineering, give me a roll.
Okay.
Silas is like fucking wailing on this guy. Mainly out of just like
Frustration. Fuck that guy.
frustration because
Yeah.
he has a wife and kids, and now this guy is the full one to be blamed.
Oh, yeah. We now have a sacrifice.
Yeah.
I passed. I got a 49 out of 51. So not by a lot. but I did.
Perfect. So, a couple things you notice is that you think if you were to hit the lock at the right angle, you could probably break it to open the jail cell door. The other thing you can see though is that the bars themselves don't look particularly strong. So maybe if you guys were to just even pull on the bars, you might make a opening big enough to get through. So definitely not impenetrable steel like beams or anything like that. Definitely old rusty iron. You think you're like looking at it and you're like, man, this was probably here when they were enslaved those natives. Like it's just been there forever.
Philip, before we do anything
what
crazy,
kinda-
where are we going? Do you know the flags? Do you feel like we're
The only chance we have is to try to look for flags and chalk arrows. That's it.
Alistair,
I will.
can you guys walk? Are you guys good? How are you guys feeling?
A little woozy. I'm a little woozy, but I can still walk.
Fucking Alistair's just smoking.
Just fucking.
Fucking asshole.
My head hurts a little bit, but I'm good.
So this is like a keyed lock, I assume.
Yes,
Right?
like a
But we don't see any-
padlock. And it's like on the other side, but
Yeah. We didn't really see
and-
anything around to.
no, you don't see anything in the room that you think you could use to break the lock. You can try to manipulate the bars with your hands, and then one thing I would just like to say is, right now might be a good time to do some first aid.
Attempt.
Probably should.
Well, does first aid give you health back, or does it just fix stuff?
You can do one or the other. So it's
Is everybody
so
a
like
doctor?
for Philip, it fixes dislocated knee, or I can give 1 point of health back.
'Cause I'll
Which I
be
know that's not
shooting my
very-
head, but-
I know it's not very much, but it might be better to have 2 health points instead of 1 health point. And then the other thing, just so you know, Silas, is that so in Call of Cthulhu, for the way that down works, like like how D&D you're down, and then you have 3 chances of revivals. In Call of Cthulhu, if you don't sustain a major wound, you don't go down if you lose all of your health points. Silas did sustain a major wound, though, when he fell more than 10 feet and sustained that damage. So if you do go down, you are dead.
Oh,
Well, fuck.
It's good to know. Good to know.
while I'm smoking my cigarette, I'm like touching my head, and I'll probably grab probably just do the best I can. I don't really have any bandages, but can I use like?
Yeah, he's got blood all over him.
Yeah, I've got like a blazer. Can I tear it up and like?
Yeah, go ahead and make a first aid roll.
I'm like kind of catatonic right now, so I'm probably not even really thinking. Survey says. Oh, 35. I failed.
So you successfully wrap, the blazer around your head, and you got like a little turban action going on. It's not doing anything though to staunch the bleeding. Really, you just still see that his head wound is like weeping down the back of his neck, and now he just has like serious like Professor Quill vibes from Harry Potter, and wearing his goofy blazer turban. So.
Heck yeah.
I feel like Alistair feels like he did well though. So I just want you to carry that attitude though, like this is working for you. Like you don't realize that you didn't actually fix it.
No, I was gonna say Alistair's like, you know what? I did a good job. I did a good thing.
Especially because like it's so humid, you're like sweating, so you don't realize that it's like, is it just blood or is it sweat coming off and down here?
Like, because even just a small gash will just so much blood, man. So much.
That's what I'm saying.
I got the head scars to prove it. Trust.
Does anybody else want to do first aid or anything else while they're stuck in this cave?
I think Silas should do first aid, but I think he would look to other people to give them first aid before he.
Can we do multiple first aids?
Right now I'm having time pass right now, so time is passing. There's currently nobody in the room with you guys, but so for like every action will essentially be like an hour.
Because
So
I think Alistair would be so proud of the fact that he didn't do anything. He would try to help out other people. Can I do that? Like try to do more first aid on everyone?
yeah,
I'm not saying you would do anything, but
I mean you can try it. Remember, one action is another hour though.
Yeah.
So time is happening.
It's happening.
Johnny might try and treat himself.
I'm gonna try and help out Silas then. It was like, Silas, look at this this work that I did. Let me go and help you out. And then I'm gonna try and help him out with,
Silas is fucking beat and bruised.
I got a 4.
A 4.
What?
I can double check,
Super
but
Jesus.
I might have done a good job.
He's a natural. He chose the wrong profession. He should have been a doctor.
He needed that self-confidence boost of not like doing it on myself. I've done this before. I'm a professional. Okay.
I'm a professional. I don't. Oh well, let me see what 30 is.
God.
Okay, I think that counts as a major success. Yeah, because I just typed in 30.
Because it's under
yeah,
50.
no, you did it. But I just don't see. I'm just gonna say it's gonna do 2 points. I don't think that technically is what happened, but because it was a critical success or a major success, we'll say that it healed 2 points of Silas's health.
Nice.
So then what I'll probably do is, since I'm probably just like like begrudgingly cut up my blazer to try and fix my head. I grab the other part to try and bandage and apply some tourniquets over on Silas's wound. I don't know, probably just got gashes all over the place, but it looks like his arm was bleeding, so I went ahead and fixed that. Just kind of
It's definitely his legs because he fell. Remember?
His legs.
You can do whatever you want to me right now.
He's got like major leg wounds, and he's just like, "This cut looks really bad. We should disinfect it."
He's fucking Silas is sweating bullets. He's fucking bruised all over. He's like ankles snapped in place, and then fucking Alistair comes over and he's just like, "Oh, dude, you got a little cut right there. Let me get you."
Like a mother just
Yeah,
go
just
ahead and get that, clean that for
shares a moment like.
his magic moment.
Silas just
Start
looks at him
singing.
and is like, "All right, hey, I don't know about you guys, but let's probably get the fuck out of here. Or at least try."
And say
I was super proud
I
of
didn't
himself, and I was just like, yeah.
I didn't have. I don't know what we're gonna fucking.
He looks at Johnny and he goes, "Johnny, if I die down here, you tell my kids that their father loved their mom a lot."
Instead of the first aid, I would have tried to. I think I don't have anything to smash this lock with.
You got a shoe.
So, yeah, he's right.
What? Hold on, Johnny can
Dick.
Johnny
it.
try and reach a lock and pick it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I've got like the Skyrim pick locks.
Good. That's something you'd have on his person, probably a little bobby
Yeah.
pin.
Yeah.
I knew
I-
these would come in
I
handy.
pulled on the. I'm gonna pull on the bars
23.
to try to see if I
that
can
work?
kick
Basic
bars down.
success.
You gotta make yes.
And that's a normal success.
Oh, no.
So you see, Johnny, as you're like kind of finagle your hand around, so you have your locking kit, and you're through the bars, and you're kind of like fiddling around with it for a while as these guys are fixing themselves up a little bit, and you see Philip is like next to you, and he's like trying to look at the bars and being like, "Should I do some leverage to try to do some stuff like engineering plans?" And you're just like, "Tink," and then you hear the lock unlock. And the door starts to swing open, and give me 1 second. And the door makes this really horrible, crunchy, like it hasn't been swung open in a long time, screech.
And then the 7 that he fought off are coming back. So that's
Yeah, they're
fantastic.
gonna get us. So just kind of a heads up. Pretty tough, but they can only do so much.
As the door swings open and this creak hears out, I'm going to give you guys one action as the door swings open. So essentially you can I'm going to say one investigation action. So you can look around this room that you've just opened up. And look, like, if you want to see if there's weapons or if you want to see if there's whatever, you can.
Yeah, I want to see if there's anything I can beat the hell out of something with.
I want to see where all my stuff is at. My wallet's there, and that's a lot of money.
Fuckload of money. He's right. But
So what you see as you are looking out is there are the fur rugs and the furs and the rugs where you can tell somebody is sleeping at. You can see there's a hot spring behind it, which is where all the source of this humidity is coming from. And then to your left, you can see clearly across from you is like the focal point of the room is like this swirling gate almost looking. You can see symbols above it, and you can just see that it's kind of like swirling around. And then to the left of that, you see the shelving where you can see your items are at, so your backpacks. And then to the left of that, you can see the laboratory with all of the experiments and things like that. So would you guys like to get into like a defensive position right now, or would you like to try to hide?
What Can you explain that gate again? So this is like a swirling. Is this like a portal type gate?
It's you don't know what it is, but you know it's something for sure.
Perfect. I don't know. I want to explain what I want to do, but go ahead, Wicket.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't really have any context that we're in danger, I don't think. So I'm not really gonna think about it. What?
Well, you know that gate made a very loud noise, so you don't know if you're in danger or not. But you know that a big noise has gone off, basically.
I mean, I guess
We are in a cave.
Yeah, but
Your
you don't
head's
know-
fucking bleeding.
And there's a bunch of
We
lights.
don't know how to get out.
Probably not real good.
I'm gonna go get my stuff.
Yeah. So I grab my backpack and rope and Winscott, tie the rope around that fucker and kick him into the portal.
So
Scott or
The
yeah, the
guy that I give no
catatonic
fucks about. I'm gonna send him through that portal with a rope to see if we can go through it.
make a strength check to see if you can pull him back to check on how he did in there. So you're pulling him
That's
back,
a good
and
thought. Okay.
and
I
you
didn't-
can.
I like it.
So as you, he's catatonic, but he's docile. So you are tying him up. You're hog tying him or whatever, and you're just picking him up and manhandling. And he's just still
Goddamn
talking
right.
about certain people, right? He
Yep.
doesn't. He's
Fuck
catatonic. So as you go and you're picking him up. You're trying to pick him up and lead him over. So tell me if you can do that. Essentially.
Oh yeah. So on my strength of 65, I got a 31, which is under half.
Perfect.
32. Half.
So you throw him through the portal. So are you trying to reel him back through so
Yeah.
you can? Okay. So then give me as you see that, you can start to hear footsteps coming back down. You pull him back through. And as Winscott comes back out, he says, "Put me back in! I was free!" And he tries to run back into the portal again.
Did he? So he snapped out of his like catatonic state, right? Pretty much.
He's still like not. He's not really out of his catatonic state. Like he's not. He's just screaming to go back in. He's frantic. He's just free.
To go back into the prison or
The portal. The
Oh.
portal.
To go back
The
into the
portal.
portal that we pulled him back from. I do not want him to go back in that portal. I want to bring him back to me and try to tie him the fuck up.
Okay.
I'll try to
He
knock him
is.
out.
Either way, I want to make sure that he does not go through that portal before we get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, same. I feel like
If somebody's gonna die, it's gonna be that motherfucker.
Trying to think of what the
This dude.
best. He's already tied. You've already tied him up with a rope. So you just want him to be tied to something else, or
How?
Should tie me.
In my mind, I probably didn't hog tie him. Right?
Okay.
He was catatonic. I probably tied it like
Just
around
fixed,
his
right?
fucking waist,
Yeah.
Okay.
threw him in there, and then yanked his ass back in here to see if he died.
Okay.
But after that, I would definitely try to after I pulled him back, I imagine he's alive, screaming, scrambling to get back in. Put a knee on him, got him on the ground, fucking tied hands and feet, and bound him, and tried to make it so that he is not getting in there.
Yeah. I'm just going to say that you're doing that. He's not going to he's resisting you. I guess make another strength roll to make sure you're keeping him under control as you're doing this, but I'm not going to make a not tying
Easy.
roll.
That's another not tying roll. That's another 33, so not half. But
So
still made it.
you throw him to the ground and you put a knee
Not a
in his
person.
back and you're hog tying him essentially around the wrists. And as you are doing that, you see a robed figure has come around the corner, and you see a serpent man creature. He's wearing a very like almost like luxurious robe. It's purple. You can see it looks nice, which is like very strange for what you've seen in this area. Everything is basically rags and things like that, and you can tell there's like, as you have now proceeded into the closer to the library portion, you can smell all these perfumes, and it's like you can definitely sense that there is wealth coming from this individual, and it's not like what you have been seeing at all before this. So as he sees you, he is going to, well, let me look at everybody's dexterity actually. We just entered combat.
Oh, I was about to ask him where he got the robes from.
Maddie.
Damn.
Maddie, what was the snake's name?
Yig.
Yig. Nice.
Jägermeister.
So okay, 70.
Are you gonna call upon him?
Alistair, you go first.
Okay.
I might offer a sacrifice, my fucking hogtied victim.
We're gonna straight up murder this guy. I love it.
Can I tell he's hostile? He didn't say anything. Said we enter
No,
combat.
I guess no, you don't know that he's hostile. You know that you are in a jail cell and
Be
somebody
drunk as fuck
is
every time. Yep.
is rounding the corner to investigate that noise.
But I saw this luxurious robe that he came off of him. I have my stuff on me, right?
Yes.
Did I grab my bag and everything? I noticed him and I'd be like, where did you get that robe? And I'm gonna ask him.
Where do you get that robe? You can see that he bares his fangs at you, and his tongue comes out of his mouth, and he starts, and he is angry. You can see the rage in his eyes, as not only have you dared to escape out of this cage, but now you dare talk to him. And so are you going to, any action, or you just want to ask?
Why does he go first? What the fuck?
Yes, this is dexterity.
God damn it. I have to drink every single time he makes a stupid choice. I'll be fucked. I've been drinking a lot. I don't know if you noticed. Alistair's scripted
I was just like
talking.
How was I supposed to know? I was like, damn. I guess after noticing he's angry.
Subtly. Possibly. I mean, he looks nice, so maybe we just don't understand him.
He had luxurious robes.
Maybe he
How
just
was I
looks
supposed
like
to know?
that. Maybe
Yeah,
he's just
exactly.
born that way.
And I was like, ooh, maybe I've made a mistake. And then, I don't know. I have my stuff on me. I don't really have any. Can I see? Is there an exit?
The exit is behind where he just came from, and then you know that when Scott went into the portal and came back, and he wanted to go back into the portal.
But
Can I go in the portal?
that doesn't, motherfucker.
What? I don't know. I'm scared. It's a snake man. I thought he was nice, and now can I go in the
No,
portal?
I didn't mean to say that. I meant to.
what a guy.
I'm scared. I'm not thinking.
I'm so afraid.
We're fucked. Oh god.
Well, guys,
make-
this is called
make-
Cthulhu. What a fun.
I don't think
Maddie, something happened to your TV back there.
your character would realize what has been happening, to be honest. So I don't think you would go into the portal. I think I just told you that, but I think Philip realized that, and
Okay.
I don't think you realized that. I think you were probably too into your stuff to even notice probably what was going on.
You can do whatever you want, my mans.
I'll probably. Can I
You
just
can
get
do
behind?
whatever
I want-
you like.
I want you to know that some people think there are things worse than death. Is all I'm saying. Okay.
Then, if that's the case, can I just get behind Philip?
No.
You just
Enjoy
want
your time in the
to. You make
portal.
a stealth roll, please.
Okay.
with no guarantee you're coming back through it.
Oh, I got a critical failure.
Fuck
You got
yeah.
100.
You got,
I got
triple
100.
zero?
Is it right? I got 000.
All
Oh
zeros.
my gosh. Okay, one to see.
Poetic justice. Backhand the shit out of Alistair. Get the fuck away from me.
So, you
The portal.
I think I have to
We're
drink again. No, it's not
looking
done.
at the robed figure. You try to hide behind Philip, who's hog tying Mr. Winscott currently. And because you try to you're trying to hide behind him, you fall flat on your face as you see the serpent man, and you knocked Philip over. And so
Mother.
you are on top of Philip, who's on top of Mr. Winscott, and you've essentially made a dog pile as he has Philip has let go of the rope now. And it's just a mess, basically. And as you do that, the serpent narrows its eyes at you. And he is going to take his claws and he is going to not his claw. Yeah, I think
They can have a claw.
I think he's going to go in for a bite on Alistair.
Oh no.
Thank you so much.
Not the
You have the option to dodge, which is half of your dexterity if you would like to try to dodge right now. You're muted.
Good.
You're muted.
No, can't hear
Can you hear me?
Yes.
you. Yeah.
Can I? So what does that mean? I have to get it below 42?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Dexterous.
I'm gonna get my. I'm gonna roll. Let me turn my camera. Okay. I got a 9. Wait. I got a 99.
Fucking great.
That's tough.
I'm very happy about that,
That
actually.
one's tough.
This brings joy to my heart.
It didn't matter because he rolled an extreme success anyways. He lunges for you lightning quick, and his jaw and his fangs wrap so close to your jugular onto there, and he is wrapped onto you. Please take a d8 of damage.
What?
Thank goodness Alistair has healthy.
And
Exactly.
hasn't been touched by anything.
I hurt myself.
Yeah. Whose fault is that?
He touched himself.
I took
Jameson.
5 points of damage.
Okay, please make
Shit.
a constitution roll for me as well.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
97.
Motherfucker.
God,
He's-
dude.
Take another d8 of poison damage.
Oh my
Alistair's
god.
gonna die. No.
He could roll good. Could roll good.
Here we go.
He
So
deserves
I'm at,
it, but he could
I'm
roll
at 5
good.
right now. Hold on, I need
5
to
health?
No, I'm at 4 health right now.
You're a healthy boy.
Oh, I only took 1 point of damage. Blessed.
You are
3
now
health.
poisoned though.
That's the traveler.
Blessed.
Blessed
traveler.
And so you are writhing on the ground, but this
It's on me, though,
serpent
isn't it?
person has just sunk his jaw into you. It is just, it's almost like it's strangling you, and you can feel the poison start to seep into your body. As you can see, like your veins start to turn blue, like a black blue, as it's starting to course through, and this poison is seeping into you. And he's like locked on, like a pit bull is. It didn't just strike He's still there. So now the serpent is on top of Alistair, who is on top of Philip, who is on top of Mr. Winscott. So,
Chaos.
Philip, you are next. But your action is going to have to be used to try to get out of here. So I'm going to see if you can use a strength roll to push off.
Yeah, fuck. Okay, yeah. Yeah, yep. God damn it. God! Alright. Yeah, strength roll.
Trouble.
Jeez.
Hey, take one for the team, Philip. You know it's in your
I don't even. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't even know how I would like. I don't know how realistically I would be able to. Oh, there's a dog pile of 4 people all writhing together. One's a venomous fucking viper. Let me just reach in and get my pack. Hold on, please. Thank you. I think I have to break away in order to do anything useful. Fuck you. Shut the fuck up. You just shut your fucking mouth.
Roll good.
I'm
Everything goes
sorry.
out. Look.
I'm sorry.
Ah! I got a 5.
Perfect.
5.
So it is not only because that is an extreme success, not only have you pushed them off of you, but it's enough to where you have reversed it. So now the serpent is on his back with Alistair on top, and you are free. That was unfortunately your whole action, though. And then now it is Johnny's turn.
I'm yelling. Do not let Winscott go back into that portal. He needs to stay here.
He's like, Johnny's looking back and forth. There's Alistair, still bit by the snake in his jugular. And there's Winscott trying to run off.
We don't necessarily know what's on the other side of that portal, guys. I'm
gonna go and
blast the
try and
snake.
help Alistair. It's like sunk cost fallacy. We've put this much effort into saving him.
You got to save me now.
Sorry, I forgot also though. Upon seeing this horrific serpent person, all of you, please make a sanity roll.
Nope.
Can I supplement that with an anger roll? Pissed off. Ooh, I got a 6.
If you pass it, 0 points of sanity damage.
Good.
7.
I don't really have a lot of health to get rid of, so thank you.
I failed because I got a 45.
No.
Take 1d6 of sanity damage.
6?
Dang.
Where's my square at?
6?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Oh,
What if he?
at least.
Okay, never mind.
It's a scary snake monster.
So, the snake is now on top of Alistair, riding around. He's still locked onto.
No, I'm on top of the snake, right?
No, I just reversed it.
Oh, okay.
And it is your turn, Johnny.
Yep. I'm gonna go help Alistair. We've come this far. We should
Unfortunately.
Blessed.
come this far to save him.
If you hadn't given
And
him
how
that
do you
Turkish
want to help
cigarette-
him?
I'm gonna take a knife and stab the snake.
Okay. You make a roll, and I'll make a roll.
I guess that's just a brawl.
Yep.
I'm thinking we daisy chain ourselves with this rope to get out of this portal.
And that's a fail. Big ol' fail.
Yours was a fail, but the snake also had a major success with their dodge. So realizing that you were trying to come down with a knife, he detaches from Alistair and he rolls back and he quickly pops up. So he is ready to fight again, essentially. With that, though, it is now Silas's turn.
And I didn't grab my gun or anything, right? Or did we all grab our...
No, everybody had an action essentially during when Philip was hog tying. So Alistair went for his stuff. So during that time, you could have also grabbed your stuff.
Cool. My roommate had come and I missed something, so I was just trying to point of order. I'm gonna just full on sprint and tackle this snake thing to try to save Alistair.
What a
No!
Johnny.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
He's a self-sacrificing guy.
I think that's the move.
Oh,
I think that's the move.
we have a hostage. Throw William at the snake. Fuck that guy.
That's his move, man. I'm sorry.
This is the time.
Because
This is the
baby, I'm
first
worth it.
I hate you so much. Why are you alive?
I think he's just hey, he's running to tackle this thing and saying get out, go as fast as you guys can,
He winks, turns around, remember me.
Can you please make a roll?
You should throw him into the portal, the sneaky into the portal.
I mean, it's not a terrible option.
Dude, I rolled a 3.
Damn.
This is his
So-
moment.
Just suplex him into the... Oh my god, you both should go in there.
You can see that the serpent he hisses at you as he knows he can tell that you're about to try to tackle him. He tries to dodge out of the way, but you just are on top of him. And you knock him into the ground, and you're close. You push him back close to his lab equipment. What damage did you do for that tackle? I'll consider it a brawl.
Nice. I did 3.
Okay.
What's DP?
Damage bonus.
My damage bonus is really bad. I think it's a 0 or a -1.
Yeah.
So it's a 2, I think, if it's a -1.
Let's look it up. My my stupid PDF. That's my
How do you calculate? I think you do have a damage bonus of 0.
It's most people are 0s or -1.
thought
So if your
mine's 1.
size is 2 to if your size is 2 to 64, it's a -2. If you're 65 to 84, it's a -1, and if it's an 85 to 124, so
it's so it'd be
yeah.
2 damage.
Okay.
Why does
So-
I have a little box in the bottom that says damage bonus, and it says plus 1d4.
Let me look at your.
I also have a plus D4, but I'm massive, so I get
Yeah,
plus D4.
because we mathed it for the E tool and not the brawl, but the E tool says 1d6 plus 1d4 plus 1.
Because so the way it works is it's a negative, but it's not a negative to damage. So a normal one is a 1d6. And so then if it's a -2, because you're size 2 to 64, it's a d4. So then I guess let me look at Silas's. His is 0. So it's not negative, but it's going to be 1d3 plus his 0 damage bonus. How is it? I guess it's...
I know my gun is a +2 is what it has on. That's what we wrote down. +2.
But let's just do d3 plus... Well, it's going to be a d3, so we'll do a d3.
Sick.
Or not, which was you already did. You got a 3, right? So we'll do that. But for your guys's Johnny and Philip, use what your damage bonus says it is, because it's adjusted already.
Okay.
Johnny's a big boy. Finally gets the advantage of being
He's a
big.
thick boy.
Yeah. I only want to use my damage bonus on Alistair.
So,
Anyone else is, non-lethal.
'Cause baby,
Fucking
I'm worth
Alice.
it.
Yeah, you
With
are.
Silas's turn being up, we are back to Alistair. What would you like to do?
So since I don't really know,
Philip definitely said out loud that we need to like daisy chain ourselves with this rope to make sure it's safe to get out this portal. I don't think we're fighting the snake. But hey,
if you said not fighting, I'm totally in for that.
of course you
So,
are.
Alistair's probably writhing in pain, and he's like, he gives Philip a thumbs up. He's like, and then he's okay with that. And can I start crawling my ass towards the portal? I'm poisoned. I need something to drink. Can I just drink some random shit off the counter?
Eat some mushrooms.
You just want to drink something?
Well, there's an alchemy table. I'm poisoned. I'm hurt. I'm not.
Okay. First make me a luck roll, I guess.
Okay. I don't know if poison damage is bad in this game, but I'm gonna do it. I think this is it.
I don't even care what your roll is. It's
I
fucking...
got 92.
God.
Make a Constitution roll for me,
Drink more
please.
poison.
I'm just gonna keep this on the table because I don't want to keep reaching for it.
I got a 5.
You got a 5. So
Yeah.
please, let me look at the dice sizes really quick.
I'm all over the place.
Please roll a D, because that you rolled a what?
5.
5.
5, so that's an extreme success.
Yeah.
Roll a D8.
What?
Which one 8 is like?
This.
8. I got a 5.
You take 5 points of poison damage. And you kill over, and you start vomiting blood.
So I'm at -1 now.
You're at -1.
Yeah.
Please hold.
I mean, I feel like that might have been it. Wait, but you drank something to do that to yourself?
Well, I
Or
don't
was
know,
that just
I was hoping it would cure the poison.
Yeah, I'm gonna be... Tomorrow's gonna suck.
In my opinion, this is a major wound. And you die.
Okay.
Alistair, as you had just been bitten and are delirious with poison, you scramble to the desk in the laboratory with the alchemical equipment, and you see a vial, and you notice, and it's this beautiful purple color, and you just can't resist, and you are just so thirsty, and you go and you just slam it back without regard to what this is, and it burns your throat all the way down, and you can feel it as it's almost like dissolving your insides, and immediately you start to vomit, and as you vomit up this poison and this bile and this blood, your intestines start spilling out of your mouth, and you drop dead. And you die. So Alistair is now out of the game. Unfortunately, this means that it is the serpent's turn as Silas is engaged in combat. Silas, please make a dodge roll if you would like to try to dodge.
I would like to try to dodge. Alistair, I gave you a chance to run away, dude.
I was delirious from the poison. I was delirious from the poison.
67.
I'm gonna pull a fucking Deadpool and just mount his body and slap
67.
that shit out of him.
Unfortunately, you do not... Wait, let me make sure I'm looking at the right character. Unfortunately, you do not dodge out of the way. And as you made your last valiant effort and you were yelling at Alistair, run away, run away, you're trying to hold down the serpent as he's writhing against you. And as he snaps his fangs back, he lands his jaw straight into the side of your face. And you can feel as this starts to rip off a scar down the side of your face. And please give me a d8 of damage.
You have a
You got
chance.
a
You have a chance.
small.
5.
I gave you.
I need to hit a 1 or a 2.
A 2.
So 25% chance. I hit an 8.
Before the poison even hits your veins, the other part of his fangs drives into your jugular, and you start to be squirting blood from your body as you were holding out your arm to try to get Alistair to leave, and you collapse on top of the serpent. So the serpent is still right now underneath Silas's body, and he's going to be essentially prone until he gets back to his turn, to be able to make a strength test to move Silas off, because Silas is a big boy, and plus it's dead body weight now.
So we have roughly this turn and one more.
You each have one turn essentially. One turn, and then he'll be free to then start doing things essentially. So you'll have 2 turns essentially.
It's 2 turns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Johnny's not much of a fighter.
Johnny, get Winscott and just run through the portal.
It's Hail Mary. You gotta do it.
Just run.
I might need a Hail Mary.
Hail Mary, do it.
Even if I land the knife, I don't think I'm killing him.
Nope. Don't fuck with it. Run away.
In the name of Alistair. Fight it.
Alistair drank poison. He got poisoned and drank more poison.
You're the... Okay, hold on. This is the plan. Put the rope around your waist and run through the portal, and if it's safe, rip Winscott with you. Or come back.
Okay.
Or get out, Johnny. Don't listen to him. You're a 12-year-old boy, man. Go live your life.
Do whatever you want. Yeah, go be
Well,
free,
he's got
Johnny.
two. He's got 2 options. He fucking bails on everything and runs out the door. That's a physical door, which we don't know where it goes. You could have a hell of a time sprinting for the next 40 to 30 minutes. Enjoy. Or you could try to go through the portal and maybe it's safe. I don't know. Or maybe Wilhelm just wanted to fucking die. And that's why he was like, take me back. I don't like what they're doing to me in this cell.
No, I'll take my chances with the portal. It probably doesn't go anywhere good. But
What are you going to take? What are you going to do though? Are you going to grab that rope and run through it so the rope goes with you?
I'm gonna take the rope and maybe like try to tie it onto something in the room, because I feel like tying it to Winscott doesn't do much good.
If you pull this motherfucker through the portal, I have a solid understanding of, okay, I don't have to pull Johnny back. I can just go through the portal myself. But you can do whatever you want.
Johnny, be your man.
Yeah,
be
I'll
your
do
own
that.
man.
Your own man. Yeah. If you really feel like, oh, he just picked the wrong purple luminescent vial, you can pick the green luminescent vial and see what happens.
Maybe they'll change everything.
I fucking hate Alistair's fucking chaos bullshit. He's gotten fucking 2 people killed already.
Yeah, what a dick.
Such an ass.
Silas has a wife and 2 kids, Alistair. Remember that. And
You're gonna air wife, okay? A wife.
The other thing about Alistair also is he has a gun.
Yeah.
I know. Don't worry. I've thought about this.
I didn't use it a single
Please.
time.
I have 2 fucking turns, okay?
So Johnny, what have you decided to do?
All right, I'll go with that plan. I'll take the other end of the rope on Winslow and just run in.
Slow.
Okay, so you run in, and the first thing you notice is that it's really dark. But you also notice that it's blissfully cool as the desert night air has descended upon you. Can you please make a knowledge roll for me with advantage?
Where the heck's my knowledge?
It's an education roll.
There it is. Education.
Silas did take the chance
There it
to
is.
tell Johnny to tell his wife or tell his kids
Yeah.
that he loves his wife specifically.
Yeah, he did.
Tell
did
my
that.
wife hello.
Tell my wife that I love her. You know, tell
Yeah,
my
those
kids
kids
that
suck.
I love my wife.
Mhm.
I don't really care how she feels.
I don't care about how my kids feel or that I love my kids. Tell her I love my wife
Yeah.
specifically.
All right. So my best roll is a 37. I'm gonna push. I'm gonna spend 2 luck.
Perfect.
Push
With that 2 luck, Johnny, you know exactly where you are at. You are at the Three Rivers Petroglyph site, just outside of Alamogordo, New Mexico. You used to come out here with your family to go on walks and picnics, and it has Native American carvings, and you see these rocks, and you know that you're safe here.
So there all the time. It's one of the few places where you can get free entertainment.
Exactly.
Run, you
All right,
fools.
I'll pull the rope.
Yeah.
Yes!
Safe at the scenes. Turns out it was safe.
You pull on the rope, and you see that Winscott comes through the portal as well, and he collapses to the ground. And although you can tell he's making like more of a happier mumbling
Shit.
noises, he's still like catatonic. Essentially, he's still in the fetal position, wailing on the ground. Essentially, as you have successfully made it out of the tunnels. So that's for Johnny's turn. Philip, what would you like to do on your turn?
On my first turn, I'm going to go over to Alistair's body and loot the shit out of it. I'm going to take his wallet, and I'm going to take his gun.
Okay, perfect.
Because he had a gun the whole fucking time.
I'm gonna say that was your action, and then now,
Was it
the
like flavor
surfing.
text? Was it like the bat? Did he have like a fucking fanny pack or something, or did I just like search that shit
I had a satchel.
and go?
He had a satchel.
Of course, he has a fucking satchel.
Then
Just
tonight he
imagine-
just carried the gun like.
He
For your
watches Alistair die, and then he just runs out and he's like, all right, let me get the fucking body.
You see that the serpent is
No.
still struggling to get Silas's corpse off of him, and he has not been able to move it. So he is still struggling beneath his body weight. It's like, you got a snake on his back instead of his belly, so he's like, no, I can't do it.
He's like a little turtle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Exactly.
Drag Alistair's body
Okay.
back through the portal.
Yeah,
You do
get my
whatever
body
you
to the
want.
portal.
You do whatever you want. Leave Silas
I'm
there,
worth it.
man.
I was thinking about. I have to leave Silas there. He's the only thing keeping me safe from the snake.
Save Alistair.
Alistair, you're dead.
Save Alistair.
Philip, you do whatever you want. We're dead. We're ghosts. We're
Save
spirits in
Alistair.
the afterlife. You see,
You can use his
you
body
see
for
fucking
research.
Silas's ghost pop up like a fucking Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon.
Force ghost.
Yeah,
Force
Force
ghost.
ghost.
You can use Alistair's body for research later.
Yeah,
He
it's
looks at
the
you, Philip, and
40s.
he says, "Hey, man, you got this. I'm proud of you. Leave my body here."
I am.
Do what?
God.
Tell my kids. Tell my
Save
kids I
me.
love them.
I'm.
Tell them I definitely have not forgotten about them.
You're dead. Yeah, you're dead.
My
I'm taking the fucking dynamite out of my pack, and I am putting that in Alistair on his fucking chest. Not the snake. Not the snake. I'm not getting close to the fucking snake. Okay, I want you to know this. This is gonna go inside his fucking shirt or something.
That was
Like-
not where I thought that was going to go.
Yeah, right. No, that's an extra action. I don't want to waste any more actions. I am
We should go.
taking. I am like literally. I'm gonna flavor text it. I grabbed his shit. I grabbed his gun, and I have like his ID and all of his fucking money because I'm like. And,
He sees how much money's in the wallet. He's like, fuck.
It's a lot of money. It's a
when
lot
that
of money.
motherfucker said, "I'm getting." So not only are we getting the fuck out of here, Johnny, but we're going to fucking Tahiti. So I like the wallet, the satchel. I got all that. I got a gun now in my offhand. I drop the fucking remote detonator, and I'm sorry. I drop the dynamite, the bomb part of it, and I take the remote detonator and I jump through the portal. And if I like, this is because he said it was safe, so I'm just believing him. So I'm just like jumping through it. Got the gun in one hand, the detonator in the other hand, and I'm just like fucking trying to blast through this window. And I hit the. Do I make it? I make
You
it
hit
through the
the
portal.
detonator?
There's nothing fucking. I hit the dirt. I look up at Johnny, and I'm like, "We did it!" And fucking crack that detonator.
The detonator wouldn't have that range, unfortunately.
Range of the portal and pull the detonator.
Yeah, can you pull the detonator before
The
you jump in
portal would be closed.
Oh,
It stayed open earlier because the rope was essentially activating it. But it's like a proximity detonator. I don't think it would work from like you're like out of town now. Like
I was like,
You'd
it was
have
a
to
time.
be-
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be like in there, blow it up, and then like leave at the same time. That's how it would happen.
but
It was a
think that's
timer, but
fine. If it's a
Yeah.
timer, then that's that is
if we
fine.
want
So
to,
a
if you want to
timer-
retcon it, but we can because I knew it was a timer.
Okay,
But
so you set the timer then.
do I set the timer?
I'm
Okay.
gonna do.
I don't give a fuck. I'm
He
like,
failed his roll again. Not only was there dynamite, which causes 3d6 of damage, but everything in that laboratory was extremely flammable, also causing 3d6 of damage. So in the distance, even though you're outside of town, you hear a kaboom. Not really because you hear dynamite though, but it sounds like something is collapsing. As you are exhausted on the ground and you feel this blissful coolness of the night desert, you start to see the headlights of a car come up to you. And you see your friendly military police officer here to pick you up, Philip.
because this motherfucker said chupacabra too many times, and he went to find the source of the chupacabra.
Exactly. And he knows where you are, Philip. So as you finally became a blip back onto the surface of the earth, this military police officer comes out and he looks very stern as he's looking at you guys. And he's like, "What happened here? Looks like," and then he kind of kicks Mr. Winscott as he's wailing on the ground. He's like, "Looks like he's been through a lot."
Yeah, sir. With due respect, permission to speak freely, because I think he technically outranks me, wouldn't he? 'Cause he's
I think
military police.
police is like a whole different thing, so it's like I think
Yeah.
it does technically.
Wicket.
What? No, you guys are so. If you guys are the same rank, there's really no.
But he's military police, so it's
I
kind of
think
like
he's would be
respect.
higher up. He's like He's like
I think he's
a lieutenant or something of the military. I don't know, but he's like higher up. He
Yeah.
knows things
So-
about chupacabras. He's got the secret.
show respect.
No.
Yeah.
However,
Respect
show
the badge.
respect. This man led us on a suicide mission. So yes, we have seen some things. And I just want to get poor Johnny back to his uncle and his mom.
He kind of sighs and he's like, "All right, let's get y'all back to town." And he lets opens up the door, and then it's like the credits fade out as you panning out of the desert, and you can see this black car sedan kind of rolling back into town. As two of our four party members survived. Well, thank you
Critical
guys
success.
so much for joining us. It was a good time.
Philip gives the eyes to Johnny like, yeah, we did it.
You
And then he takes out the wallet and he's like, yeah, we did it.
The end credit scene.
Epilogue.
Neither of them
Yeah.
go to talk to Silas's wife or kids. They forget that she exists.
They were like,
Johnny's
"Oh,
mission,
yeah."
bro.
The greatest Alistair
was-
Hurst.
I was busy as fuck.
I love it.
I put up Alistair's driver's license on my fucking dartboard every night as I fucking threw darts at
But this guy, it was this guy's fault.
so fucking mad.
So,
But we-
so we're done unless you guys want to roleplay anything else.
I kind of want to know.
I'm dead.
We would find. Yeah, fuck you guys.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna close
so-
the recording. So then whatever happens after.
Aww. It's just our own. We don't want to see what happens with,
I can keep it on.
the mom.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Did you want to
because
role play the end? Did you want to have a nice little epilogue with it?
We can if you want to have an epilogue. So just for,
we can cut it there. But I would definitely go to Johnny's uncle, and
Beat his ass.
we would the three of us would be out in Tahiti, and we would leave because we're taking control of Winscott's fortune. Like, we are now his caretakers. He has entrusted us in his delusion to make sure he is safe, and definitely not in that psych ward that tortures their inmates. So,
Danvers, yeah.
Danvers.
That's good.
He's definitely not there.
So as
can't
you
control it.
see,
So
You gave Johnny
Oh,
cigarettes a
so
lot.
you get back
But
to
we would-
town and you all get treated in the hospital. Larry Croswell is just so apologetic that this has happened. His cases usually don't go bad like this. There's always a little bit of spooks in the night, but it's nothing this extreme. As you're in the hospital, you hear news that a sinkhole has opened up in town, and it devours the mansion at 67 Power Street. And it was just into the ground. So you guys make it back, and Johnny, your mom is just elated that you are okay. And you then, you get Mr. Winscott. You're like, Mom, can you please take care of Mr. Winscott while we go? And he has a handsome endowment, so she takes the money and takes him on as a boarder, and then you guys fly off to Tahiti, and you have drinks and coconuts on the beach.
We did stop by Silas's family, and we gave them I don't know if we would give the wife like that much. He said specifically, tell my kids I love my wife, and we do tell them the story. Philip
She's like, "You're
would
fucking
tell them.
crazy."
how he fought
Philip
valiantly.
would not the whole story. No, we're gonna tell them the story of. We're not gonna scar them like that. We're gonna say, he kept the cave open long enough for us to get out. Is what he did. He's a hero.
Martha is incensed. She's like, that bastard. He moved me out here to the middle of fucking nowhere, and then he leaves me a widow, and then she's just pissed. And she just... And then she has a cup of coffee in her hand, and she throws it at you, and she says, "Get the hell out of my house."
The last thing I do is say, I understand. But he also wanted you to have this to take care of the kids. And because we have controlling share of the Winscott fortune, we give her like $2,000, which is a fuckload of money back then. And it's like, just enjoy.
She's like going through the money, and she's like, well, this will get us back to North Carolina at least.
Let's go spend it with her mom. No. No.
And she packs up the kids right away, and she gets the hell out of this shithole of a town.
Yeah.
He's got a sinkhole in the middle of it now.
Yeah.
No, right? I just ate up perfectly that one
section.
House. That one house it ate up.
But yeah, then after that, we're all definitely taking the fortune and we're driving that into the ground. Johnny can do whatever he wants with it, but I ain't got no kids, no wife. I'm fucking drinking away my sorrows.
Johnny's like, will you be my new dad?
Whoa. I'm like 26.
He's 12. You could have had him when you were 14. It was the 40s. It would have been the 30s back then. That was normal. Okay, well, thank you, everybody.
Jesus.
Thank you guys for joining us. What a fun time. Next time, we'll be back with our main session. So
regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah, regular scheduled programming. So thank you guys for joining us on this quick adventure for Call of Cthulhu. Hope you guys had fun. See you guys.
Bye.
All right. See ya. Bye. Fuck Alistair.